So you must be happy that the borders open, the bubble in Australia,
Bro.
see your family again, bro.
Man, as soon as I saw the post from, I think it was Channel 9 over in Australia, man, I messaged my family straight away, man. I said, man, have you seen this? And it was just all those crying emojis, those heart emojis. And I said, man, first flight, man, first flight.
Yeah.
And like I told my wife, as soon as I saw it, I said, have a look, keep looking for flights and that, man, because I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, super excited for that. Can't wait for that to happen. I think, was it the 16th or I think it's the 16th?
16th of April.
Yeah.
I caught a bit of the like the traffic light system, me.
Yeah.
Like red, orange. How does it go? Did you hear about it?
I only just heard the announcement. I didn't really. I saw there's a system. I saw that the system was there, but I didn't actually.
I didn't even
much
see
attention to it.
what it's about.
Oh,
I just
actually,
saw-
no. I saw this green light flights. So those flights are people that haven't travelled from other countries.
Right.
For the last 4 weeks, so they've been based in Australia for 4 weeks, so they're allowed to come through because they haven't had any contact or they haven't come from overseas and that.
So what's orange?
I didn't look at it. I
Probably
saw the green one.
Warriors fans.
I think we're done here.
I think there should be orange and red.
Oh,
It's
man.
pretty, are you planning to go, or your family with their plans come?
Oh, I'm planning to go.
Yeah.
I'm planning to go.
How long has it been since you've seen your dad, your family in that?
I think it's been 2 years. 2 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I think a bit longer, like before COVID,
Yeah.
it would have been.
Because you would have, over last year or something, you would have had. If we didn't have COVID, you would have slipped in a
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
visit.
But like every time I talk to them, they're just pretty much like, oh, don't waste your money on quarantine and that, and there'll be a time where we can hook up. So just bite your tongue.
I was talking because my dad, he wanted to go to Samoa for the elections and that.
Yeah.
But when we waited up, we'd be spending five weeks in hotels because Samoa's got a 3 week.
Oh, 3 week
weeks.
turnaround.
It's 3 weeks, and then you come back and then you spend another 2 weeks. And I was like, 5 weeks, just me and my dad.
Oh
man, I love him, but
Yeah.
of course, just like anything, cabin
Yeah.
fever, bro.
That's it, man.
You just go crazy, especially they only let you out for what? It's like you're in for yard visits or you could
Well,
do some.
that's the same with me too. Like my old man and my brothers and that, my sister, they still haven't seen my newborn.
Oh,
So
far out.
I didn't want to bring my newborn with me and then have him stuck in quarantine, for 2 weeks, or even any of my other kids. They'll just go nuts. I mean, I'll go nuts.
I know the airline in New Zealand's been selling tickets already, like for ages.
Oh yeah,
For the date,
yeah.
end of April, around the end of April. So I think they got the heads up, I think. But then it's like, it's kind of like, with the pandemic going around, like, you don't know because it's up to you to go.
Yeah.
But once they put on lockdown, then you
Yeah.
have to go by the rules. No? Like, you might go there.
I think they were saying there's like a day turnaround, Like if they say, now we're going to lock it down, you've got 24 hours to book your flight and get back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's it.
There's a good chance of that happening.
Yeah.
But even they don't give insurance now. The insurance companies won't give insurance
Far out.
during that time. I think I heard that as well. Because how do they know?
Yeah.
You never know when country will lock down.
I mean, is Australia going to close their borders to anyone else other than New Zealand?
I have no idea.
But that's the thing, because they're the islands, they've got no COVID.
Yeah.
And they've been putting their hand up, especially around Tonga.
We could have.
Yeah.
They could have, like, how they said they were going to try and work everything out. They had an opportunity to do it with the Cook Islands, so they could work out like a proper, like have a trial.
Yeah.
And see what system would work, and they go, okay, then we're just going to expand it, add little extra things here, and then we'll just add it to Australia.
Man, islands would have been the best place to trial it out, man. Because that's secluded in itself. But I don't know why they didn't branch it out to the Pacific Islands.
Unless they thought it was hard to manage all these islands, and New Zealand and Australia going there
Well, you
back
just,
and forth.
Well, you just manage one. You just manage the Cook Islands because, because New Zealand do have ties with them, and
New Wales.
yeah. And the other thing is, I was watching. I think it was on Tingata Pacifica, and the businesses over there, of course, because they're so reliant on tourism. Their hotels and all their businesses, and they haven't been getting any.
No.
So they're just crying out. So I wonder what they're thinking. You know what I mean?
To be honest,
now we've got one of Australia.
Yeah.
They've been asking since last October for us to have one with them.
I honestly haven't heard any news from the Pacific Islands.
It's funny, yeah.
The only thing I've heard is probably the elections, and that's about it.
The Paloka, eh?
Well, yeah.
My dad, he's a YouTube professional
Analyst.
now. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Like when in the morning before I leave work, he must know because I'll get up and then he must hear me getting ready in the morning, and he'll walk out and then he'll tell me to turn it on.
Yeah.
And then he'll tell me he's got his TV free live.
Yeah.
The pre-election.
Yeah.
And then they got the Talanoa Media.
Yeah.
And then and the other one, the Parliament of Samoa. So he's watching all of them at once, and I either queue it up or my brother does it. So my dad's, when I come home, he's breaking it down to me like,
Oh, that's so good.
hey, thanks, Mike Hosking. This man is a hand. He's got his finger on the pulse there. So,
And what do you think of it? Like, outsider's point of view.
Look, it's funny. I saw someone post. I think it was one of the MPs, and he posted something like, "How can you, as an outsider, make a judgment on the policies and the politics on Samoan politics when you don't pay taxes here,
Yeah.
and the decisions don't affect you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll vote for our people, and I kind of thought that's a valid point.
Yeah.
But shouldn't stop us from having a view on what's happening there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're referring to all the outspoken Samoans outside of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Samoa.
Well, it is funny because it is everyone from how we were talking about it before. It's a lot of the people that are in Samoa. They're not really the ones complaining. It's the ones outside that are having quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like when you leave Samoa, you become woke.
Yeah.
Because you look back and go, oh, what? The parliament here, they didn't have this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But we were always, like me and Kaz, and we talked about it before.
Yeah.
Samoa needs a bit of, Samoa's always had their own system.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they've, whether the old guard are willing to give up those old ways, because we are a culture that's built on tradition.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just
Absolutely.
me outside looking
Yeah.
at it, But it is cool though, because
Well, I find it interesting, and like going back to that comment that you made about outsiders looking in and who gets a say, and sharing your point of view. There's been certain situations like with like where Samoa did need our help to voice some of their stuff, like when those two guys died mysteriously.
okay,
Yeah. And it was like we need to get this out, blah, blah, blah. So, like, when they say, you don't really have a say because you don't live here, it's kind of like, nah.
Yeah,
No, I want to have a say.
exactly.
That runs through my blood, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing though, and because with the amazing data deals that they have in Samoa, because man, I saw this deal. It was like 4 gigs for 10 tala or something.
Wow.
But it was something crazy like that, and I went, here I am on prepay. Like if I wanted to get like 3,500 megabytes, it would cost me $12.
Far out,
It's not
man.
even like, look at that. No wonder everyone's going live. It was funny because I was watching this live feed of a fast meeting.
Yeah.
And everyone had their phones and they were all live streaming it. And I was like, I would never dare do that because I don't have enough gigs. These guys are just, the one.
My
the funny-
mauletara.
That's right. I'm like, ooh, I might need it for later on tonight. So I'm not, I'm going to just
Yeah.
hold up with that. But these people, every man and his dog was live streaming those meetings.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like, particularly the data thing. Like, you're gonna have to use that data to advertise stuff, whether it be politics or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it needs to be at a good price for everyone to use,
Yeah.
so they can use it
Absolutely.
for their advantage, right?
Yeah.
So they would want to like make it cheap.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Like if you own 2 restaurants, people doing Instagram of your food,
yes.
you want to have
Yeah.
them to have free Wi-Fi
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
make them do it. So it's probably like
Hard out.
the fast party. Like
yeah.
they know they've got all these followers, these supporters at their rallies or whatever. Like, oh, let's make I've got a connection at the digital cell. Let's make these deals so they can come and live stream our
I think
rallies.
he's a blue sky. He's a blue sky. Well, there's this video I watched with my dad, and it was a village. It was not far from where my dad's from. I don't know if it's Tana's family, and they had a school. And what they did was they hooked up the school with free Wi-Fi.
Well, how
I
good.
thought, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I knew where it was coming from.
Yeah.
I'll give you free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
A couple of
Yeah,
votes
yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
Hey, that's how politics works.
That's it, man.
You got to make the promises.
Give and take, eh?
Yeah, but I thought that's pretty cool. And the cool thing is, look, what I was trying to refer to is, with everyone having access to the internet, we're able to see inside what's happening in Samoa.
Yeah.
Like before, I mean, if this was something like a place like China or something like that, where they could dictate what goes in,
That's
what comes
right.
out, we wouldn't
Yeah.
have a true
Yeah.
view of what's happening.
Outlook
But
and-
because
yeah.
we've got family that are they're posting stuff, and we've seen
Yeah.
the Parliament post stuff, and we've seen fast. We
Yeah.
wouldn't even know what fast was. We would because we
That's
would have to go by the
Yeah.
Samoa Times every Tuesday
Yeah.
and get the thing. But the thing about what the internet's also done is that it's kind of killed the media here, Samoan media.
Yeah.
Because every Tuesday, my dad would say to me, "Go and buy the Samoa Times."
Yeah.
Because be at the shop because it sells out real
Yeah.
quick. But we don't have to do that anymore
Yeah.
because the news is every day.
Technology, yeah.
TV1 Samoa, they upload the news every day.
Yeah.
Tala Radio Samoa
Yeah.
1593. So the internet really has. We already know that it's killed magazines and the media here. It's also done that for local business or people that used to send all the news from
Yeah.
Samoa. So
Yeah.
it's sad, but pretty cool for our parents
Wow.
because.
Well, a lot of the older generation now are like, social media savvy
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Especially with the communications,
yeah, for sure.
When I always have relatives overseas,
Yeah.
they're amazed when they can see them on the TV screen or on the screen on
Yeah.
the phone and talk.
Yeah.
So I know my mom took her sister that lives in Hawaii, and my cousin over there hooks up with my sister, and they say, "Oh, just teach her how to do
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
phone
yeah,
thing,"
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
my mom and her sister talk, and they're like, "Wow, like can't believe I can see
Yeah.
you and talk."
Yeah.
So they do it often now. So it's
Well,
pretty
so like, I was chatting to my old man about 2 days ago,
cool. Yeah.
and he said he had a 6-hour live, but having a drink with his brother.
Oh, yeah.
So he just put it up there, and they were drinking and talking, and they went on for like 6 hours. And I was like, man, is that the new?
That drinking and talking stuff on screen, on Zoom, man, that didn't kick off until that level 4 lockdown last year. Everybody was doing that.
Yeah, for real.
And we were doing it, and we were like, man, this is like real convenient. Like,
Yeah,
I'm still paying the cost because I'm a borderline alcoholic now. I'm telling people, I had a few drinks. We're at home. With you, I was just watching the game, having a few beers, and they're like, "Oh, okay then." I was like, "Wait, is that a problem now?" Or and I'd like to thank lockdown.
wasn't even watching highlights.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, social media and internet is big in Samoa now.
that's so good, man.
I remember when Tony Brunt was here, and he was doing research on old Samoan photos, Samoan and German photos.
Yeah,
And he was saying, like, through his research, Facebook is the number one social media for Samoa.
yeah,
It's like every single Samoan person in
Yeah.
Samoa is on Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't.
And it's been used.
Yeah.
Around the world when, with the bad press for
Yeah.
Facebook, people get off Facebook because of the spying and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But it doesn't seem to affect people in Samoa that they love it, and everyone in Samoa is on Facebook.
yeah.
So that's the main thing.
man, like every time I see, you know, an event that happens, something big, you know, and on Facebook, and I have a look at the comments, and there's like 600 to 700 comments, and man, like they just go ham, man, like, you know, and I'm like watching all these aunties, and you know, bro, they're just going in, you know, and I'm like, far out, these guys are real savvy now, you know, real used to it. And I'm like,
They're real. You know, one thing I've noticed, they're real, like patriotic. Yeah. Like you can't say anything bad about Samoans. 'Cause
yeah.
you know, even if you're a Samoan,
Yeah.
and you say something bad about, you know, like some
Yeah.
kind of truth. Well,
yeah,
it must just, you know, it's like Lord of the Rings. One lights
real,
the
man.
fire, and the other one must see it from Australia. Yeah, we better go in
Yeah,
on
yeah,
these guys as well. And they all just zoom in on you.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
I love it. That's the pack mentality.
you reckon?
That's Samoans for you, man.
Oh man, like I love it. You know, like don't get me wrong. Like I'm 100% Samoan through and through, right? But that kind of vibe, that's a no for
Yeah,
me, man.
no,
you know, like I can't. You know, like
well, especially when you know they won't allow you to have an opinion.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they're gonna
that's
attack
right.
you, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, and then you're just like, man, I don't need that.
Yeah.
You know, like let's shake hands and
well,
You know, that's it.
there was a tweet about 2 weeks ago where someone on Twitter, I can't remember her name, and she said something about The Rock not giving back to Samoa. Do you remember that tweet?
So,
and I remember I read
saw
that
it,
tweet.
man.
Because what if you know he uses Samoa in his movies and this, but what has he really done for Samoa? And I read it, and I remember I put down my phone. I went, you know, I didn't want to say, because I want, you know, those times that's when you have to put down your phone because you don't want to respond because this is the street.
yeah,
And I went,
absolutely,
you know, what do I do? You know,
yeah,
you know, people. There's people who were yes, they agreed with it, and there's people that didn't.
yeah.
But I just couldn't believe she said, you know, people can tweet that kind of stuff.
I know.
Good on her, because everyone's entitled to their opinion, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's wrong.
What?
So did you read the thread? Was he attacked? No.
No, everyone was kind of, it was a
Back
bit
and
of both,
forth,
back
yeah,
and forth, back
yeah.
and forth. And that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
But I just thought, when I read that tweet, I thought, well, that's a bit, you know, I knew she was going to get
Yeah.
she's either gonna get
Backlash.
people, backlash and support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was the same with you. You know, when I saw it, like, I must have, you know, deleted my story about, 15, 16 times, you know,
okay.
on what I was going to write.
Yeah.
But it was all anger, you know, like I wanted to tell, who the fuck are you? You know, shut your mouth, blah, 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 and all of this. But then, you know, after it cooled down, I was like, man, you know, you can't fight, you know, hate with hate, kind of thing. You know, you got to see it from her point of view. And so what I did was I just went through all the comments and just reading it. And then, like, I was like, man, these people are, like, really, you know, like we were saying before, patriotic, you know. And, I was just wild, man.
Yeah, yeah. I good on you how you said you went. Because that's, when I do something and I get real riled up,
Yeah.
man, I'm like,
Yeah.
and then you delete it. And I go through that.
Yeah.
I go through that little dance.
Yeah.
And then I go,
But why do you?
when I wake up in the morning, or am I going to wake up in the middle of the night and say, you didn't need to say that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
So
because,
for both of you, do you guys, when you guys write it, then delete and write it again, delete?
Yeah.
Are you deleting
That's
it
what you should
because,
do.
Are you deleting it because you want to write it better?
No.
I mean,
No.
delete what you want to say?
it's because,
No.
Or you're just too harsh?
have you ever done anything?
Or you think it's too harsh?
Have you ever done anything in anger? Or have you ever said anything in anger? They usually, people say, that's when you're real. No, not really. You're saying it because you're angry.
Yeah.
And so you're, in a way, you want to say the worst things possible.
Yeah.
But
That's
you
it.
don't really, because sometimes that doesn't really reflect who you are.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
I don't want to do that. You
Yeah.
know, because, I was telling this guy, I was having this back and forth with this person on Twitter
Yeah.
yesterday. So they done something about, it was on the Herald, they wrote something like, they're going after Ivanka Trump, or
Yeah.
well, I think it was the daughter. And I just said, oh, what? Like they were going to go try and nail her, the Donald Trump's daughter. And all I said was something like, don't forget about Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Because if you seeing his latest interview, the guy's a wreck. Man, he went. His brother died, and he started sleeping with the wife. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm not either way. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not Team Biden, Team Trump.
Yeah.
But you know,
But like, let's not forget.
Don't forget. Hey, before you try and
yeah.
bury her, let's try and get this guy back. You know, the guy who was on P and had all these little deals and that. And that's all I said.
Yeah.
And then some person came back at me.
Yeah.
I think it was Jamie Talks or something, and they said, "Oh, the old diversion or something." And they done that emoji where you're covering your face. And I knew that they were trying to troll me.
Yeah,
So all I said was like, "Yeah, exactly."
Yeah, yeah.
And then she came back with the Greta Thunberg, like rolling her eyes. You know, and I knew straight away. Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm dealing with one of those SJWs. You know, the social justice warriors.
Wow.
So all I said was, you know. I done something back, and then they came back for another emoji or another, you know, like little video clip.
Yeah.
And then I just done something like, I don't know exactly where this is going.
See, and all of that, it's done on emotion.
Yeah, that's right, because I was getting caught up.
Yeah, that's it.
Bro, and I was like, oh, like that, man. And I was like, the little hands of, you know. And then then I came back, and she done this gif where it's got Denzel, and he's closing the door on this Balangi man.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of like a real dismissive thing. So I thought, you know what? Stop. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to look at her, I'm going to look at their profile.
Yeah.
So I went and clicked on it, and I looked at 13 followers, and I thought, it wasn't about the followers, but then I went, okay, let's see their interactions. And I've noticed that's what every time someone had said something, they were just trolling them, you know, and they were and they were using the same gifs, the same emojis. So I noticed that they'd use that Denzel Washington one like 4 or 5 times on people that were trying to interact or try and talk to them. And so I thought, I wrote back, look, I noticed you've used this a couple of times. You need to be more original.
Yeah.
Go troll someone else. And I haven't heard from them since. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was waiting for them to call, and because I calmed down, I went, I don't know how old this person is. I don't know who this person is, but I don't want to be playing this game.
Yeah, for sure, man.
But isn't that enough to like not worry about what you're thinking of writing and just send it anyway?
No,
Because even if it's like you felt something at the time, like something you saw made you angry or something you thought about, just put it out there, because you know for yourself it's not. If you're scared of, that's not the person you are. At least you know for yourself. All you're giving it to is for strangers to look at.
To me,
right?
If you get into the habit of just saying whatever you want, just off the cuff to people, then I reckon you start picking up that habit. And that's not me.
Yeah.
Like if I talk to someone, I'm always gonna measure it up. Like if I say this, is this gonna either hinder the situation or just sort the situation? So I don't want to. That's me, and I think that's what people should do with Twitter.
Yeah.
Or with any social media.
Yeah, I wish I could be like that, Cam. Like just talk off the cuff. But I can't because of how people will react and what can come of that situation. And, and then like in hindsight, you look at it and like, man, if I say this person's going to say this, I'm going to get mad and then do this. And then she's going to come do this. I'm going to give her a hiding. I'm going to end up in jail, blah, blah, blah. So you kind of see all of that unfold and you're like, all right, no, you win.
I guess that.
What if you send and walk away? Just send and walk away.
That's that's easily said.
Post and
but
slide away.
Because you want to see the reply.
Yeah, but to me, like, here's the thing though. So if you get into this back and forth, these people, you really care about what you're saying. These other people don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no consequence to them because they're trolling, or they're either trolling you, or they have no sense of responsibility of what they're saying. You know what I mean? So when you get caught up in that, you're to me, you're losing.
Waste of energy.
You're wasting your energy. You're not going to win this battle because they don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
And then they're in their 15 followers are going to be. Yeah. They go, man, you're the best.
Well, that's it.
And they're going like this because look at this grown ass 42-year-old man that's caught up. And how old are you? See, that's what I mean. I'm past that stage, man.
There's no learning from it, eh?
Well, first thing, they're strangers, right? That's what I think. Firstly, they're strangers. The second thing, for me, like I like the idea of being off the cuff, but I have like this thing in my head where you can be, but still got to have a base of where you get all your ideas from.
Yeah.
Like you got to have you gotta have a sense of what your ideas are and where they come from. So if I believe in blah blah blah, then all my reactions, all my things that I put out there are gonna be based on those ideas that I have.
Yeah.
You gotta always base
Of
it.
course.
Yeah.
And then, what you can do, what I try to do is try to make a joke out of it, like be
Yeah.
serious but a joke at the same time, and,
Yeah.
and keep them thinking, oh, is that guy joking or is he
Yeah.
sort of serious?
But then when does the emotional factor come in?
It doesn't. I try not to have that because
No, because then you're trying to put like a funny spin on it. But then
not
you've
funny
got,
spin,
you've got
but
something.
if the spin is there, then I'll do it.
Like
Yeah.
a bit of sarcasm kind of.
Yeah.
If it's there,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
there, it's there. But if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not, then it's not. But I just post and walk away from it. But it's always a post from somewhere. It's not like out of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always from
Well,
somewhere
For
that.
you, based on what your values and
Yeah.
beliefs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like anything to do with like my culture or children, I stay away from those threads, man, because
That's right.
I'm straight like kill. You know, I can't deal with it, you know?
Yeah.
Because whatever I'm gonna say, no one's gonna like, you know? So I stay away from those threads altogether. And like that's the beauty of, like, man, just bite your tongue and, scroll. Just keep scrolling.
See, the thing, how it started, I was having a few drinks, and that's when I tweet. So I know now, don't drink and tweet. Because, I would
That's a
never
good
have...
slogan, man.
Yeah, because I would never have... Yeah, the 135 slug away. Because I remember, I only said it because I'd had enough.
Yeah.
Of the media, always going after them, and I thought, man, just balance it out. Go after everyone.
Yeah.
Don't just go after one.
Yeah.
I know Donald Trump's a crook,
Yeah.
but so is Biden
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
Let's just make it even. And I done it. It was like, yeah. What about thing?
Yeah.
Then I was like, then I wake up in the morning and my thing was, hey, free notification, got some more followers. I was like, nah, just kidding, sarcastic tweets and all that. So
all those SJWs
Yes.
coming for you, eh?
But I thought, no, don't engage in this,
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, you'll see my tweets. They're usually around. If you see me tweet about 8:30, 8 o'clock at night,
Keep scrolling.
don't pay any attention. Just think, there's I'm reading this tweet, and I'm getting a hint of Heineken here because these tweets, you'll see them. Hey, you'll see my tweets. They're usually at night. They're usually at night when I'm...
I mean, like from 8 o'clock onwards, you should say,
That's it.
every tweet after this is sponsored by Heineken, right? So,
Yeah, but I like reading. That's when the best time to read
Yeah.
tweets.
Yeah.
Is when you're a bit on the buzz because you just crack up like, man, this person for real. Then this when I see this guy, this guy is he sponsored by Heineken too? Because some of those tweets are getting pretty outlandish these days, I'm pretty sure I'm like, how come this person hasn't engaged with cancer? Because he's saying just as some of the stuff he's saying, man, I would be.
but man, like from what I've heard on Twitter, Twitter is raw.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah. That's the one thing about Twitter.
Yeah. Man, I think I need to start me a Twitter account.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
You can go down some.
Some big rabbit
rabbit
holes,
holes.
Yo.
and
You can get caught up in arguments.
you'd be like it'd be like World War II,
Wow,
just
man.
walking through because there's landmines
Yeah.
everywhere.
You know, on Facebook, the New Zealand Herald posts up stories, and people might be angry about it, and they
Yeah.
post their comments, and other people might, oh yeah, they agree with it. It's like that, but 10 times worse.
Yeah,
Man, like I can't stand that thread, the New Zealand Herald. That's a trigger for me.
Yeah.
Because every what do they call article that they come out with, man, it's like something goes off in my head, like reply.
you know
I
the
just
problem I have with the Herald is that I see the headline and I go, oh, and I click on it. Wait, that's not what
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's always, and I went, damn it, you got me
Yeah.
again.
I tell you a good one. They had a Blues player and a Hurricane player on the field, and they were praying. And
I
then
saw
it
that.
said
Oh, yeah,
something.
I saw that.
Like the coach, he's not happy.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I tapped into it, and it had nothing to do with those
Right.
boys on the field.
I was gonna say that.
And-
So
I
it's
didn't
got-
click into it, but our follow was about that.
No,
But
it
I
had
didn't click
nothing
into
to
it.
do with it.
Oh, yeah.
It had Adi Severe and Caleb Clark, and they were kneeling in prayer.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, what has he got something against the boys?
Yeah.
Honoring God or
Yeah,
sitting down and
yeah,
prayer
yeah.
after a game, acknowledging and thanking Him. And I was trying to find anything to do with anything to do with spirituality and that. And it was about the Otago boys getting on the drink.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, how could you? What? Because they're two islanders.
Yeah.
And they're not even Highlanders.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're
yeah.
islanders. Flip.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, that.
You're
Okay,
right,
whoever
bro.
illustrated
You're
this,
right.
article, man, fucking uppercut yourself, man.
Whoa. And I thought, did they do that on purpose? Are they trying to? So
What
when
makes
the
you
next time you
think,
see people play up, you're gonna the picture that you're gonna connect it to is two brothers kneeling in prayer after a game.
Yeah.
You know what? And to me, like that, are they trying to do this engineering like that? That mind control.
Yeah. See, I mean, if you think like that, imagine how many other people,
But just do it subconsciously, eh? So next time someone plays up, hey, was that photo of those two guys kneeling down in prayer?
Yeah. That's it.
I thought that was wrong. And after that, and I was like, I can't take these guys seriously.
Yeah.
Every morning I'm waking up and clicking on the New Zealand Herald website
Man,
because
no,
that's the only.
That's the only probably news we got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
New Zealand.
and
What a shit publicity.
I know I'm, but I read them every day. I go up to the cafe every morning. I read I read the paper and that. There's nothing like reading the paper in the morning and.
Man,
But for some reason, we don't have any other alternatives.
see, like it's not only that. Like every time I see South Auckland in the paper, the photo is of cop cars. That has to change, man.
Yeah.
That is some.
Yeah. And you see the tape.
Yeah.
See the quarter.
Yeah.
See the tape in that. Hey, you know what I mean?
That's.
It's like when something happens in South Auckland, they always say South Auckland.
Yeah.
But then anywhere else in
That's
let's
right.
say, Auckland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywhere, any other crime anywhere else.
Piss me off, man.
No, that's people probably think we're hating on New Zealand Herald. It's just that they need to figure out what they if they're going to make headlines, make it because you want your news to be black and white. You know, not come
Just
with
the facts.
Well, they
an
should hold
agenda.
their publishers accountable, man.
Yeah.
For all this rubbish.
Where's Vessel Collins when you need him? I mean, he should be calling out for that. I might have to forward him that photo and see what he says. Roger, you do that for me?
Has he managed to cancel Police 10-7?
Not yet. I don't think so.
I
That's a
saw
different
that.
topic. I don't want to touch on that one. But yeah, no, it's crazy, man. Like,
It's almost like controlling, how you want to think, like
Yeah.
you were saying.
Well, if you're the only news in town, then you've got that power.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you're gonna,
right.
even if we understand, a lot of people don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can tell by the comments.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
you go in the Herald. Great job, guys. Hey,
Yeah.
Oh man, car pipe, blah blah. All of this,
Yeah.
And I know, so but it's just people going using all the. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you for this and this. And I'm like,
Fucking.
But I'm like, I feel yuck. Ugh, it's cringe.
That is clickbait at its best,
Yeah,
man.
got on. Hey, that's what makes the money. When unfortunately when a click gets you X amount of money, you got to try and be as.
Well, if they want to stay on top of their game, they'll pretty much, do anything to.
The thing is that they shouldn't even be worried because they're the only news outlet in town.
No,
There's
it's not that. It's an incident and advertising.
Oh yeah.
Like advertising is taken away. Facebook, social media is taking away advertising for newspapers since social media first jumped on the advertising bandwagon. So there's no money coming in for the newspapers. There's no money coming in for the journalists. So and then that's why you see all this clickbait stuff.
If you look at what Scott Morrison done over in Australia, how he pretty much went to war with Facebook, and he said, the media company, you're going to have to pay us because Google and Facebook. And what Google were doing was they're taking their articles and they weren't paying back, whoever, Channel 9 or like Sydney Morning Herald and that, Fairfax and all these guys. And they had a standoff and Google lost.
Is that right?
Hey, Google lost. And Google was like, nah, we're not going to pay you, blah, blah, blah. And then Scott Morrison he pretty much threatened to ban them.
Yeah.
Ban them and Facebook. And then they came to the meeting. Now they're gonna pay X amount, millions of dollars, and then it's gonna be distributed out towards all the outlets. Hopefully, that can happen here in New Zealand, because the only people supplying news to Facebook and that with New Zealand is New Zealand Herald and stuff. And West Network. But those articles, they're pretty much. If you want to see conspiracy theories, man,
click the link in the bio.
You're gonna click in some websites you might not want to go to, or might have some letters not safe for work on your for work. But yeah, that's what I mean. So if they can get that, do you reckon they'll come back more to the middle?
Well, that's just them trying to take some money back from the advertiser money that are going to.
That's right.
Going to Facebook and Google.
What I'm just saying is, will it stop them from doing all these out of it headlines and using?
I don't think it'll stop them, but it'll be like a speed bump.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you could ever stop it.
Yeah. No, I was just hoping that there'll be more, like, stop with the crazy headlines and
the other
be
thing
more
is
focused on just bringing
facts.
What's facts?
Yeah.
The other thing about these big media companies is the owners, because they're like real whatever political that they are on the spectrum.
Yeah.
They're gonna push their newspaper to go that way.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
what's the guy that owns all the
Rupert
Fox?
Murdoch.
Rupert Murdoch, that guy.
Yeah.
Like he's
conservative.
he's right wing, right?
Yeah.
So that's his rule for all his own. He owns all these papers.
Yeah.
You push stories that make the right wing win election and stuff. So
But so our media, what is our media? What is the New Zealand media? They're both.
I don't think they're in the middle.
They're not in the middle.
They're not in the middle.
No.
No way.
I wonder if the Herald, read their comment section.
They probably have but I think at some stage they're like how we were saying, you've just got to stop reading it because you want to respond. Herald, and if the Herald started getting into that one-on-one responding, they'd be like,
That would be crack.
is that 18-year-old running the comments back here? Nah, your dad. Nah, your mom. Because that would be me, man. I'll be like, nah, hey, you got a hairy tongue. That's gonna.
I do see some replies though, from New Zealand Herald, but the article is not really a debate kind of thing, But I wish they did get into those real hard ones.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's the world we live in. Social media is where everyone, who has an opinion or has a phone or a keyboard in front of them, they can say anything they want, and pretty much not be held accountable for.
Yeah.
And that's why you have burner accounts and people who hide behind. And that's the one thing I hate about it.
Yeah. Absolutely,
you can
man.
say the nastiest thing to people.
Yeah.
And no one would ever find you, or you could never be held accountable for saying the most vile things, and that's what I don't like.
Yeah. Man, I've come across that within the last couple of months on social media, on my platforms and that. Just
For real?
burner accounts, man.
Yeah.
They just come onto your live, say this and that. And then you go and search on the thing, no followers, no, I'm not no following anybody, and I'm like, fuck, this guy pulled me in real good.
Yeah.
And
So it must be hard for you not to read the comments. I know we talked about it, but this was early on.
Yeah.
And now, at the stage where you're at now, because I know you probably want to interact with people.
Yeah,
say
absolutely.
positive stuff, but how do you respond to the?
Just block.
Yeah.
Straight away. I don't want to deal with that crap, man. That's
time
just
for that,
waste my energy, bro. And like we were saying before, as fast as I get riled up about certain things, I don't want the same thing to happen on a live that I do, or on a video that I do with a somebody, and so to avoid that, it's just block straight away. Don't deal with it. Yeah.
You know,
But like I've noticed that like it's happening a lot lately. Like people making burner accounts and just going ham on people.
the one thing I did, and I think we talked about it before, was I found like us Pacific Island people or us New Zealanders and that were quite supportive when it came to that kind of platform.
Yeah,
With just the norms and
yeah,
651, how we always putting up say positive stuff. But I think there's a tipping point. Like I hopefully he's on at that tipping point where all the good stuff, there's always going to be a hater, and they're like, nah, this guy's gone too, they're too good now. Yeah, that's the end. There's some person, some little moi bee sitting in his room.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, nah, this guy's had it too good. I'm going to start, sending
trolling,
him the worst couple of things. I don't understand why people, what kicks you get off. You must be so bored, or you must
absolutely,
be,
man. Like you must have all the time in the world.
What's the one thing that people keep dropping on you? Or
The way I look.
what?
Yeah, like I had this one lady go at me like for my facial hair, my teeth, my hair. Bro, she just blatantly just put it out there.
On a live or just
Just
comments?
on a comment.
Yeah.
And then I put her in her place, but it was, I just pretty much went along the lines of, it's Pacific Islanders like yourself that, make the other portion of Pacific Islanders struggle to make it up into the limelight, when you drag us down like that. And, after I replied like that, there was like, 30 replies, saying, you bitch, you fucking blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
you don't know anything, blah, 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 And so, like, I knew straight away, like, what I was doing, like, how I was responding was right, and which is like, what we're talking about, like, text and then delete, text, delete. So I done the same with that as well, because I wanted to say, man, you look at yourself,
This was an actual person though, not a burner account.
No, it wasn't a burner account, but
Yeah.
it was an actual account.
So, but where do you think she was coming from? Was she
Probably
coming from
to
like?
have a laugh, in the comment section.
Yeah.
Like
So there was no, how you make a comment and then just have the winking emoji or the little laugh. It was more like you could just felt the tone. Because I know, a lot can get lost in translation. Like even with a comment, people might not take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
Out of context.
yeah, take it out of context. But she just.
Yeah.
It's sad that she kept coming at you, though, way.
Oh,
Or
man.
did she DM you for your phone number after?
The thing is like I kind of expect that from Facebook,
Okay.
because like there's a certain generation that is on Facebook, and there's a certain generation that's on Instagram,
So, yeah.
TikTok, and what have you. So for that to happen on Facebook, I wasn't too worried. Blah blah. That's. If they get a kick out of it, then, good on them. Like, but I'll still put you in your place, blah, blah, and that.
Because, the thing about Facebook, it is, like you said, it's an older generation.
Yeah.
So my uncle, my mum's brother, and all my aunties, they have
Facebook accounts.
Facebook accounts,
Yeah.
And I love it because I get to see how they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're right. I guess sometimes the problem with the older generations, they might not understand something is a joke, or they might think it's.
That's right.
That's quite funny because I see when people post up, how people post up videos from Samoa,
Yeah.
and I see other people outside of, like we're talking about outside of Samoa,
That's right.
because some of the videos that are coming out of Samoa are pretty bad too,
100%, man.
Hey, there's this one where I think these two guys they were fried,
Yeah.
and they done this video, and if you could just read the comments, man, because my cousins over there,
Yeah.
they were writing to, man, if we find you, we're gonna,
Yeah,
'cause they were
man.
just saying the worst kind of things, but they were talking about how good ice was. Oh, I've got to try and find this video.
But that's a common thing now in the Pacific Islands, especially in Tonga. I mean, look how.
We were just talking about, we were just reading an article, It was in Samoa Observer about how a pregnant lady, a lady, she was pregnant at the time, and they had we were reading because we were laughing at the wording of the article because it was quite. It's like a proper. It's like from World War II or something. You know. But they had it said a smoking party.
Yeah.
So they had pee and weed and alcohol. You know.
Right.
And you'd never think, well, you'd hope that, you know, that wasn't a problem in Samoa, but it's more and more, you're seeing all these come to light now, you know, and it's
getting real
sad,
bad, man. I saw a video of a woman and she was walking her child, and this woman was recording her day, and this woman with her child, she must have been a regular drug user. Right?
Oh, okay.
And so the woman recording must have known. And so she recorded her and her child. She left the child on the side of the road while she went into a hut and, you know, drugged herself up, blah, blah, blah. And then the little kid went wandering. And so she followed after her, grabbed her.
She's recording this.
And she's recording the whole thing. You know, she's gone live.
Yeah.
And she walks into the hut, you know, grabs the lady and, you know, starts telling her, you know, you can't be doing this to your child, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And the drug addict was like, mind your business, blah, 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 you know. And, man, that to me was like far out. Someone must be like getting, you know, bad. Because that's a big no-no, you know, like in the Samoan community. And like to see that, bro, that was, it was shocking.
No, that's, Look, man, we don't. It's hard to see how bad, you know. You wouldn't want that stuff in Samoa, but I wish we could get a true gauge of how bad it is, and hopefully it's not, you know.
Well, I guess every area has a few bad pockets, but it doesn't mean the whole, you know, tree's bad. Yeah. You know?
Oh, man, it's just like any other country in the world.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
It's just being brought to light now. See, we wouldn't have, because this stuff would have been in the Samoa Times.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be reading the Samoa Times, but get on Facebook and the internet, you know, you get to see these guys, the stuff on the regular, man. Probably, this stuff was probably happening all the time. It's just been brought to light because of...
I think that's why we are criticizing New Zealand Herald, because all their stories seem to be, you know, all those negative stories in a certain area, certain people, like every single day, like all the time, and like, you know, we might say, nah, it's not, because we're from out west. Yeah. Now we don't even see stuff like that. Like, but now, everyone else reading is like, man, don't go there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Like, well, we get that a lot. We still go.
Yeah.
I know you. I know you. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. It's safe as. Even though I'm hearing the eagle out every second night, it's, you know.
you know, that's funny because I got a message from my mate a couple of weeks ago. And he goes, oh, so what are you up to? And I said, oh, nothing. I just finished putting down the kids. And he goes, look, I've got a video shoot in about an hour or so, and it's in Henderson. Do you mind if you just come down and just look out for me? And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, man, I've heard stories, and I just don't feel safe, And I was like, Sully, you gotta be joking, man.
Oh, man.
I was like, man, you're from the home of the brave, man, you know?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, no, you know, we hear things. And I was like, no, you'll be good, man. It's a Tuesday night, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, far out. Do stories like that actually live, like, you know, outside of West Auckland?
Oh, my. I don't know what it's getting to these days, you know? That's pretty crazy. Well, was it a music video? Or
yeah, it was a music video.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty... No, I haven't heard anything about how long.
Man, that's the first time I've heard.
Maybe I'm just too old to be in those kind of circles, you know. You know, there's that, you know, when you combine all these circles together, I'm not in that where they interconnect there. Might be too old for those, for that kind of news. But yeah, it's out of it though, because that's the new. You know, the one thing that we've learned, especially through doing this podcast and that, is that anyone, if you have talent but if you can record it and do a video in that, man, you can do it no way.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Like you know, your normal 9 to 5. Like I remember growing up, you know, your parents would say to you, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, you have to be, you know, this and that and blah, blah, blah. Whereas today, if you got a phone, man, you can pretty much do anything, right? You can do your own recordings, blah, 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 chuck it on the internet, bam, you know, that's your job, you know? And it's cool. It's cool to see that, like, times are changing, you know? You don't have to be this big shot lawyer, doctor, whatever, blah, blah, blah. There's so many opportunities out today that, you know, you can make from nothing, pretty much.
I remember going into high school and people were saying, "Man, there's too many lawyers now."
Far
Don't
right.
be a lawyer, there's too-
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be a lawyer. Like, there's too many. Be a plumber because
Yeah.
they get paid because there's hardly any.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trades, no way. I know one of my good friends, his son's, he was trained to be a builder, and he's been doing it for about a year and a half now. And he is, man, and he's loving it.
Yeah.
But there's always, like anything, it's like male teachers as well.
Yeah.
There's always a shortage,
Yeah.
you know, and especially with building because, you know, good old Jacinda's promised thousands
Whoa.
of houses, and we're
Millions.
yeah, you know. And so we
So there
gotta
shouldn't
get
be
that up
any
and running.
shortage.
But the other thing is, remember how Presley last year, we had him on, and he said to us, oh well, you know, there's going to be a shortage of timber and that, and we're like, hey, because there's such a high demand,
Far
and because
out.
you know, most of our stuff's either going to China or coming from China.
Yeah.
And you see in the news that it pretty much that's what's happening. You know, we want to do renovations at our house. And
Yeah.
my brother John was saying to me, like, man, you need to get onto it really quick because they're expecting towards the end of the year, like, you've got to get your supplies in because
After
you might
time.
have all this money and all these funds, but you're going to still be
No
staying
product.
in the same house, but because there's going to be a shortage. In
shortage.
that. Yeah. Hey, have you heard anything about? Because you're in it. You know, you're in that.
Our one's more about
I know
other stuff like
industrial.
carpets and steel and that. It's like because of the COVID, there's more lead time now.
Yeah.
It's like 3 weeks to get something from overseas. Now it takes 6 months. So you got to order things like ahead of time.
Yeah.
But you know, just thinking about the carpentry thing. Like, not only is carpentry a good trade to get into if the houses they want to build now, it's also because of the house prices. Because if you knew how to build,
Oh yeah.
if you knew how to build, you would go buy the cheap ass house on the
Yeah.
the worst
That's
house
what
on the
people
street.
avoid-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy the worst house on the street, and with your building skills, you
Yeah.
can do
Yeah.
it up and that's free labor.
Yeah.
That's free.
Yeah.
That's what people have been. You know.
Yeah, that's free. You don't have to
Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
a builder because you're a builder. You can do
Yeah.
it. You can flip that house.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
You know, and get paid. So, you know, it's interesting times with the house prices and that.
But I think that's what those new rules and that Jacinda has brought out is targeting is the flippers and the investors.
That was the
Um,
bright. What's it called? Do you know the bright rule or something? The
Right.
bright rule. So the thing with the bright rule is like if you're a homeowner,
Yeah.
you can buy a second home,
Yeah.
but you can't sell it for. It used to
10
be
years.
5 years. It used
Yeah.
to be 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
If you sell it within 5 years, you need to pay tax.
Yeah.
But if you wait after 5 years, then you can sell it and not pay tax.
Yeah.
Now they've just pushed that to 10 years, which to me doesn't solve the problem
No.
because all it is people just stop buying houses.
Yeah.
Because the other problem is like if you own a house, if you own properties, you don't pay tax on any of it. So the problem with that is because they're the one that do the what's the tax where they tax off your profit of your home.
What, that capital gains
No,
tax?
capital gains tax. New Zealand and maybe 2 other countries in the whole world don't have a capital gains tax. You know, Australia has it, USA has it, UK has
Yeah.
it.
I remember because Jacinda said she wasn't going to introduce, or
Yeah.
Grant Robinson said he wasn't going to introduce one, eh?
And if you're a conspiracy theorist, you would think you'll hear that the reason why, because people with properties don't want that to happen. They don't want
Yeah.
the price of their house to go down,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
yeah.
that's why they don't want new houses to be built because it's a supply and demand thing. So
Yeah.
if more houses get built, the value of their home will go
Yeah.
down
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
people, So they say that the rich people
But-
don't want that to happen.
But that's if you have, is that if you have intentions of flipping and selling, or you're using it as a rental? Because I saw that, I remember listening to the radio, and I think there was a representative of the second home, and like some kind of was someone who was representing people that have a second house as a property or as a to provide income.
Yeah.
And they say something like only 90% of the people that own houses, they're only just like us. You know, the second house is an investment to just make money off, set up for their retirement.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the my power or whatever term they use for that.
Yep.
And it's only about 7% of the people that have multiple properties, who have huge portfolios. So they were angry that they're being targeted when all they're doing is they're just trying to set up a little nest egg or, you know, some money for not only them, but for their, you know, for their grandchildren and that.
Yeah.
And that's why they're up in arms about it. And when I read that, because we were thinking about that before. This was a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about. I was talking to my cousin. She's a mortgage broker, and we were saying, man, if we sold the house, you know, what are our options? You know, and then she was like, well, you could buy a nice house for X amount, and I'm pretty sure the bank would, or if you can, will pre-approve you. You know, because you'll sell your house, you'd use, you know, the money you make from that, and then you'll just get a mortgage on top of that.
Yeah.
You'll top up, get a really nice house somewhere, and then buy another house as an investment.
Yeah.
Just to, you know, to help you out, so you can help out with the mortgage and have a second income, and, you know, have something later on that, you know, when you get older, you can sell and split amongst you. And I'm like, oh man, and I thought that's awesome. And then all these new laws came out. Yeah. And then I went, fuck, was I being greedy or something?
Yeah.
Was I, you know, sorry if I was going to take away someone's.
Is there any way that that person could prove that is an investment? You know, like for the average person like us, you know?
Well, I guess that's where that 10-year thing stands.
I think they just trace the money.
Yeah.
They just trace the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's what I don't understand if you look at Ranui, and this is my example, either Chinese investors or whoever, these people, they're going and buying these properties. If you look at Mark Favai's house, there's a house next. There was a property next to him.
Yeah.
There's one house. If you go there's 3 houses on it.
Yeah.
Every house, every property that's going to get bought in Ranui, I guarantee 90% of the time you're going to come back a couple of months later and there's going to be 3 properties on it, because people now, that's what they're doing.
Yeah. And
so the government, they don't mind that, because that means there's 3, instead of someone just buying one house, there's going to be 3 houses on that property, and they're helping out with the house shortage.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know why they would try and do that. You know, why? I think in a way, and I don't. This is my little. I think they're trying to force you to sell that second house, so that these developers can come in and they just put up free, and the government look good because they've, you know, these 3 houses have become available. The problem is those 3 houses, they're about $900,000, and you get to go to the toilet in the morning, go for whatever, and look across and your neighbour's having breakfast. And they're looking at you. You might as well go across, open the thing, and give them a good kiss, and then close the window again. Because that's what it is these days.
Have a bite of your toast.
Yeah. What do you got? Man, it smells good, man. That's because that's the housing. That's the future. You know, that's the future of the way. You know, we're so masangi to have now. Nice backyard.
Well, see, and that's it. Like, people look at low maintenance, you know, like these kind of properties, you know. It's like, oh, low maintenance, you know, I can just, you know, go and do this, do what I want to do, blah, blah, and not have to worry about mowing my lawns, you know, go out there, vele the vau, and, you know. So there's that factor that a lot of people, because time today is like, you know, spent wisely, you know, and they don't want to be doing that.
Well, that's a few people, but I know I like having a backyard.
Oh, definitely.
I like mowing my lawns.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing is, when you're forced, because you can't afford to buy a house with a backyard, you're forced to buy a house where you get to high five your neighbour every morning. And you reach out, you know, through the.
Well, there was I think I saw a thing in the paper where there were on this one street, there were, I think, 8 to 10 properties, and they all got together and they said, look, let's all get together, we'll sell our properties to a developer and they can just do whatever they want. So they pretty much just came up with their own price, and because the property was huge, and what a developer could do with that, they would have snapped that up real quick. So I think they made millions, off it. But the area wasn't, it's not the greatest area, but it's land.
So was it Luanda Drive? So where Bummer's house is, and between Ralph's house, there's like 4 houses, 4 or 5 houses, and one. This shows how long I haven't been to church. I went there. I was like, hey man, they're starting to clear it out. This was beginning of last year.
Yeah.
And now if you go there, it's like a proper little
a small subdivision.
Subdivision. And it looks like it's got 7 or 8 houses. I was like, how did they do that? They must have someone must have been either owned those 3 properties that were there, sold it, and or they developed them themselves. Because if you look, it's like little townhouses in the middle of Ranui.
Far out.
And I thought, well, good on them, firstly, but and how much? I wonder how much one of those houses are. And I think the way we're going, the way we're going, we're gonna for everyone that's wants first homeowners and stuff like that. The white picket fence and the big backyards not achievable anymore.
No. And people like myself still hold on to those dreams, man. You still want that big backyard for your kids in it, and the white picket fence, the hot next door neighbor, the pool, and then you become the pool boy
for your neighborhood.
It's still hard though. The average house in Auckland is $1 million. That's the middle price, $1 million, and you need 200 grand to start off your deposit. 200 grand.
But see, the jobs today don't equate to those prices.
So that's the issue there.
Yeah.
Hey, with inflation and that, the job, that's why they don't equate to you having enough to get that deposit. And I guess that's the upside. When people say you can use your KiwiSaver and that, it's a good way to make people that would never save that money save.
Yeah.
Because if you said, look, put away $40 a fortnight, and you'll be like, man, I got a box. No, but and then the government says, no, your work will cover this, and we'll do the rest. When you get to X amount, come back to us, and we'll help you buy a house. I guess that's the upside to that. But like you said, you still got to have a house there to go try and move into.
But even saying, bump up the minimum wage and all of that,
Well, they done that last week, eh?
Yeah, but that still doesn't solve the problem. See, that for me, I think that makes the problem worse for small businesses. Because
that was the issue.
Yeah,
you can't afford your workers.
Yeah, that's right. And then it affects them, and then it's back to lose situation.
Yeah. No, that I guess. I heard a lot of businesses say that, and the other thing was when and I know because Labour, that's what they're about. They're about trying to help the people in that. I had an issue with them doing upping the sick leave to 10 days.
Yeah,
I know that's normal in other parts of the world.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's just 10 reasons to be my stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You watch people. Do they not think that people are going to take advantage of this?
Yeah.
You guarantee.
Absolutely.
They're like, because people are going to look at it. Hey, that means I'm entitled to 10 days off, and I'm going to use those 10 days. Absolutely. I say that because early on in my work, mate, I know that my sick leave kicks in every June.
Yeah.
Mate, come October, all 5 days gone, mate. Not by choice. That's flu season. Come on,
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That gives you've added another 5 days of non-productive work. You know.
And I've had mates that have planned to leave the company, and because you can't sell your sick leave,
So you used to carry over?
We carry over.
Man.
And so they just use all of that up,
Before they leave,
They leave.
Yeah.
And then, sell what they can and, take the rest and leave.
Yeah.
And
That's what I mean. Like,
That's it.
the company, as a company.
if you can use that to your advantage,
Yeah.
you would.
Say you take work there for 5, 2 sick leaves,
Yeah.
6 days a year. Work there for 5. Like, you've got what, over 20,
That's it,
20
man.
plus in the company. They're like, they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
If you give a month's notice,
Yeah.
3 days a week. Yes, yes,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I heard on the radio today because of the raise of the minimum wage, coffee's gonna go up. Coffee and milk.
Or
They
want to start a riot. That's what they want to do.
The one thing.
But that's why you're talking about small business.
Yep.
And when small business, if you're a small business and you own a little cafe, I mean that's categorized as small
Yep.
business, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna cover the costs somehow.
Yeah.
So you raise the price of the thing, not take it out of the profit.
That's right.
That's right.
When
right.
we want it to come out of the profit,
Yeah.
not take it out of the customer.
Yeah.
Go back on the customer.
That's
but
right.
You can't. Jacinda can't get away to make that happen. She has to say raise the.
I guess everyone, I've always I'm not a labour all the way kind of guy, but it's a tough job running the country. And I guess, although their intentions are good, they're well.
I mean, if you're a small business,
They mean well.
if you
They're the people that, if you listen to Talkback Radio, they're the ones that always go, man, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to let go of someone,
Yeah.
or, like you said.
but they should take it out
It's
of their
gonna bump
profits,
up-
but they won't. No,
They
they won't. They can't.
You got overheads too.
Yeah.
You've got
Yeah.
to pay for, for your rent, and you've got to pay for every other thing.
Yeah.
You've got to bring the coffee in from somewhere. No, it's not like we grow our own
Yeah.
beans or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, is it that? Is it the importers, exporters?
Yeah.
Is there?
Well, that could be our new business. If there could be somewhere we could go grow beans or one of the coffee beans. I've got a pack of coffee beans in Samoa. They're probably muffled now because I've had them for about 3. I wonder if we could do that, bring in coffee from Samoa. If that was legit good. Because I think, Samoa calls me.
Yeah.
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 One of Samoa coffee.
They got the CK coffee over there.
Yeah. We start a little.
That's not a bad idea, eh?
It's us, But you know what? This is where I'll be like, I'm a bit corrupt. I got friends over in Samoa that are, I slip an envelope under the door. But no, you're right. It's just
It's funny every time they raise the minimum wage, I always think of that Chris Rock joke.
what?
When when you get minimum wage, you know what your boss is trying to tell you? If I would pay you less, I would.
Yeah.
If I could pay you less, I would.
Yeah.
Far out.
But that's real
slap
talk,
in
though,
the face.
That's real talk.
Yeah. I mean, but doesn't every, I know, but as a business, what model would you run off, If it was a perfect world where everything was this, and this, then everyone would be getting paid, $38 an hour, But unfortunately, there's other factors in that, so.
I think the answer to the problem is not raising minimum wage. The answer is trying to take prices down.
But then the other side of the coin is where are they going to get whatever the losses from? If you drop that, obviously this is going to go up. You drop, that goes up. Obviously this is going to.
What's the cost of living, it's food, it's the food prices, it's obviously rent.
Yeah.
I saw.
Competition always brings prices down.
Yeah. How much is it average now to rent a 3-bedroom house?
I think.
Is it
Yeah.
Far up. That's someone's weekly pay or close to.
Yeah. I think you're looking at the high 5s, but to the low 7s. And that's in West Auckland too.
It's average $250 a room, huh?
Yeah.
Far
Pretty
out.
much. And man, like, you know, I don't know, you know, like certain jobs, you know, I definitely know that, you know, you're making that a week just enough to cover your rent. So something's gotta go down.
Well, I think, you know, I think that's where the government has to try and come in. I know if you go to, what do they call wins now?
I think they still call it wins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I know what it's like to go to them and ask them for assistance.
Yeah.
Because honestly, man, you know, it's only short of you having to draw blood for them.
Yeah.
Because if you ask them, man, it's like trying to. I know there's legit people there,
Yeah.
and there's some people like
They've had to
you
change
have
a
to
lot
jump-
of the
you have to
rules,
jump through,
Yeah.
you're like a
Rings of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly,
Absolutely.
you know. You have
Yeah.
to be Evil Knievel and try and jump the canyon, you know, and still land,
Yeah.
and still land the trip.
Man, and you know, like in some situations, it's good that they've put that there.
Yeah.
You know, those.
There are people that abuse the system,
Yeah, for sure,
but then
man.
there are people that are who
That
are sincere
legitimately, yeah.
and need that kind of help.
Yeah.
And then it feels like you're thinking, because you know, even there's people that you know, it is hard to ask for
Yeah.
help, hey, because pride's a big thing
Yeah.
too, you know, and
Absolutely.
it's kind of
I mean, Cam, you would see it from where you work. I think there's a cafe called Merge.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How much foot traffic do you see there? Like coming in and out of that area?
More recently because of the roadworks
Yeah.
around there, it's hard to get foot traffic. But they were in trouble a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They were going to close
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
and,
they were.
And the community actually put money together.
Bro, how
to
good
help
was
them.
that though?
It's like 30 grand or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, man.
Local business people. So the Merge Cafe is this cafe on K Road, and it's owned by the Methodist Church.
Yeah.
So it's a non-profit.
Oh, yeah.
It's a non-profit cafe.
like the one in Ranui. Okay,
Is it?
yeah, there's one at the community house, but
Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
So if you go buy coffee, a meal, coffee's like $2. Meal is like $3.50, $4
Yeah.
for a meal.
Yeah.
So,
But it's also free too for those that can't,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
obviously for the homeless people that
Yeah.
can't afford their meals. And
So a lot of homeless people go there.
Yeah.
Merge. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good incentive, you know, for like for the homeless people. And like I was watching a short little doco on it, and there was a guy. He was homeless, and he ended up, you know, going to Merge Cafe, finding help there, and they pretty much pointed him in the right direction, got him off his feet, and now he has a home, and he has a job at the Merge Cafe, and he's helping other people get out of the rut that he was in.
yeah.
You know, and so it's a good thing that they're doing there.
Well, that's awesome. That's an awesome story.
Yeah, man. It was-
And like,
Especially the help they got, eh?
yeah,
but that just shows, hey, like if you're sincere, if people can see that where you're coming from is sincere, man,
Yeah.
you'll get that kind of help all the time.
yeah, man, for sure.
But for 30 grand, that's
That's no easy feat,
nah,
man.
hard out.
But like to get the community together and you know, just for strangers,
Yeah.
bro. Hats off, man.
I did once.
Oh yeah.
Once.
Yep.
Yeah. Because we actually did the job there.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
We did
neat.
the courtyard at the back.
Yeah.
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 So our client, he was like, saying, "Oh, you guys make sure." He says, "You guys work around the corner. Just go have some lunch there now
Yeah.
and then, you know."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 So, yeah, so I went that one time.
Yeah.
I should go back, but I haven't been.
Yeah.
Wait. you went there? Was the food nice?
It was average.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But they're not doing it for the Cameron Schusters of the world, right? But that's good.
It was a good deal though.
Yeah.
$3.50. For,
Yeah, I
for
mean-
my meal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think I got. I forgot what I got.
I mean,
lasagna. I think.
you want to pay $3.50? Look, man, I'm looking for oysters. You want oysters? There's oysters at the bottom of the bridge here.
Not to take it back to the cooking. Just, these are overcooked.
Yeah. He goes, this lasagna, is this vegan? I mean, is this plant-based? Or? But no, that's, yeah. You know, talking about the homeless situation, that I know seen on social media and in the news, it's really spiked day, you know, with
Big
COVID
time,
and that.
man. Like every
I
time I
didn't-
work in the city,
Yeah.
man, it's like getting worse over the years.
I heard Queen Street's really bad.
Oh,
So I haven't
man.
been. I've only walked down Queen Street. Oh man, I haven't done that in years. Or
Yeah.
sober.
Yeah.
Those years, you know. But I don't. I'm not sure of what the situation is like, but I've seen videos.
So it's bad.
Is it bad?
Man. It's bad.
Well, you both of you are there.
It's grimy, eh?
Yeah. Big time.
And
man.
there's a lot of stores that are closed.
Yeah.
I think after COVID.
Yeah.
But man, it just feels grimy down there. Eh?
Yeah. And it's bro. You know, like I think businesses are either scared or sick of saying it to them, like, you know, can you move down there? Can you move down there? But it's the problem's just getting worse. You know, it's like far out. I don't even know. But like it's bad, man. Like on Queen Street, yeah.
They're planning on taking the roadway.
Yeah. So from Wellesley
Oh,
Street
foot traffic.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
You know Cooper Street in Wellington?
Oh yeah, yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
They want to have a modern Cooper Street, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Cuba Street's nice.
Mm.
If you get on to Wellington, you're like, oh yeah, they know what it's about.
Yeah.
You go to Auckland, it's different kind of
Yeah.
city's different mood, eh? You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't know.
I think the problem with Auckland City, it needs to bring people back into the city. No one's going there.
Yeah.
No one's going to the city.
Man, it's hard with the homeless situation, eh? Because you know, there was an article not so long ago where there was you know, like groups of people that, you know, beg for money and that, but it's all a scam, you know, and like one person's making, you know, $600-700, and he divvies it out to the people that go out and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, you kind of like look at them and you feel sorry for them, and then on the other hand, you know, you're thinking, fuck, are you trying to scam me? You know?
Oh. So you don't know who's in on.
No, you
or
don't. I
there's
mean, like,
legit-
because like I talk to, like, because I'm a regular at some shops, you know, when I'm working at it, and you know, I talk to the owners and then they say, oh, he's part of that scam, blah blah blah. You know, don't give him any money when you go out. And you know, some of them are like, oh, you know, watch out, he'll try and take your cigarettes or blah blah blah. And so it's like, you know, they make it hard for the real deal that are out there struggling. Yeah.
I know there's a lot. I know there's. You've got your usual crowd out at Fresh Choice
Yeah.
because they forget that they've asked you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
few. There's this one. There's a couple, and where was it? I was at the BP. I was at the BP Swanson. So I was getting a coffee, and there was a couple outside, and they came to me and they said, "Oh, bro, we're just waiting for our taxi, but you know, he's just taking too long." And I go, "Oh, okay, where he's going?" And they wanted me to drop him off to the motel next to Henderson and Speed. You know, there's a motel there.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, hop in then, you know. They go, oh no, we'll give you, you know, we'll give you $5,000. I said, no, that's right, you give it tweak. You know, they took it back. And I thought, oh, okay. That's right. Oh, where is he going? Oh, and they were like, bro, they told me this mean story. It was the story that got me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, because her uncle's going back to Australia and he came to visit for the family reunion, but she got banned from the family reunion. So we're going to go and see him at the hotel. And I went, oh, man. I said, what an awesome story. But I didn't get a chance to get my coffee from BP, so I went to the Lincoln Road.
Yeah.
And I went, are you guys hungry? And they went, yeah. So I went, oh, yeah, come in. I said, just grab, you know, I was going to say grab whatever. I just grab a pie and a sausage roll and I'll get you a coffee.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I said, yeah, of course. And then, so I bought them that, you know, and I thought, you know, oh, yeah, I'm going to get through the gates of heaven with this. No, it wasn't that. But I thought because of the story they told me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they look pretty, you know, rough in that.
Yeah.
So I bought them, took them to the hotel, dropped them off. I said, hey, you know, hope you have a good, you know, reunion with your father, you know, with your uncle and that. Oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, thank you. I said, yeah, okay. enjoy your food and your coffee and that. And I went home, done all the thing, and I felt good.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, I went to Fresh Choice. Oh, no, it was about a week later. I went to Fresh Choice. And, bro, the guy came up and he gave me the same story. And I said to him, I go, hey, next time, take a photo, okay? So you can cross me off because you've already told me the story. Okay, bro? and I thought, this guy must think I'm, but for real, I said, hey, next time, let's sign something. So you don't come and give me the same story because you're going to cost me a couple of coffees of pie and sausage roll, okay? But that's real. And that's when I know, I went, oh, okay. I know they're legitimate, like, they're in hardship.
Yeah.
But I mean, switch it up, man, you know? Because, you got me. You got me with the family reunion thing, and you got me with
hook, line, and sinker.
You got me with they fly back to Australia tomorrow, and I want to see them. But but at least if you see me, you gotta just try and remember faces because I know whether it was dark and you don't remember me, or because my hair's still the same. I got a beard. I haven't changed.
Fucking hell.
But good on you. But. Let's just try and at least have a checklist. Hey, okay, I've used this one. It's like sick days. It's like bringing into work. Have I used this one before? I'm gonna No, man. That's what I mean when I do that.
Absolutely.
And then if I see this guys, and then there's someone else, like people, I'm like,
it
I
makes you think twice.
I've already been, scared. Like the out of the story was. Another one, I went up to Toby's up in Red Hill, up at Messina. There's that little block of shops. So I went to Toby's, and bought some stuff for Kongai. This was a Sunday. And then this guy, bilingual, he came up to me and he goes, hey, mate, you got $4? He's real precise, real specific. Yeah, you got $4.20? And I'm like, oh, man. All right, just gave him whatever coins. He goes, that's for $4.20, mate. It's only $2. Bro, I was like, real. And I was like, what? That's if I was like, it's Sunday.
Yeah,
hey,
bro.
I went, I said, but in different words.
Yeah.
I said to him, mate, that's all I got. Enjoy the rest of your day. These are the precise words I used. Yeah. But he knew what I meant.
Yeah.
And I thought, look at this guy.
Yeah.
If I had $4.20,
I
would have given it to you. That's all I got. And he goes, you reckon you can go in and grab the rest of it? Bro. And I went, oh, wait. Right. Nothing short, I think if he had one of the machines, he would have asked me to, tap and go on that thing.
I've had the same situation, like I've had to, I see this guy went outside the shop, I'm going in the shop, I get a pie and a drink and that, and a sandwich, come back out and I give it to him and he goes, oh, do you have any money? And it's like, oh, nah, and he goes, oh, no, it's all good.
Oh.
So I'm like, well, fuck you then,
Yeah.
And there's been times where it's been like, oh, sorry, man, I don't have any coins. And then I go into the shop, get my stuff, and he goes, oh, you don't have any coins, eh?
Oh. People listening to the program, man, these guys are picking on. We're not. We're just
it's not that,
we're just saying our story, our feelings with them.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If I do have it, and I've seen the guy, the one who told me the sad story, him and his partner. I see him. If he asks me, and I do have the coins, I'll give it to him because I don't want to hear the.
Yeah.
I don't want details.
Yeah.
You've already got, you had me. Yeah. You had me at hotel. Okay. I ain't funny back, but if I've got coins, I'll give it to you. And I'll always do that.
Yeah. Well, we're in a position to do so.
That's right. If I can, don't ask me to get a machine and colour it out. You're gonna want to colour out the middle finger.
Yeah.
Have that, deposit that somewhere.
Yeah. But keep your story, mate.
Yeah. That's what I mean. If people go, if they try and come, mate, hey, don't give me the story. Yeah, here you go. I hope you have a good day. But I guess I'm just saying because it is an issue now, and I hope.
You hope the government steps in to do more.
Yeah, I know they are. I know. I think Auckland City Mission or something. They're expanding, or the unfortunate thing is that they need to expand.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
you'd hope there wasn't.
I think it was like a couple of years ago, they were saying that they were in strife, you know, just like the Merge Cafe. And they didn't have enough funding in that, you know, towards the Christmas end of the year. You know, and they were saying they were low on presents and that and low on food. The housing situation in that, trying to get people in. And so they were really struggling with that. So I don't know if things have changed since then.
I know another thing is because of demand as well.
Yeah.
Because so much more people are going to these.
Yeah.
You know how they have those Christmas lunches or those baskets or the food that they'll give out.
Yeah.
And they were saying, especially last year because of COVID.
Yeah.
You know, as well. But a lot of people are in financial difficulty and.
You know, they should set up something like, like the everyday essentials that we do. You know, like, say for myself, every morning I grab me a coffee. $1 of that should go to that place in the city. You know, or, you know, whether it be your shopping or that, $1 or that should go there.
I know they have those things, those bins at Countdown and Fresh Trust. We can just drop in.
Yeah.
You know, I feel real convicted now because I see those things and I walk past and go, oh, this is, you know, like, hey, someone's going to get some nice pictures.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about it. I'm not even.
You know what's so cool about that? I saw a challenge on social media.
Is that the can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like hold yourself accountable kind of thing, you know, and it shows them putting in cans and then they, you know, add a few names, pass it on, blah, blah, blah. So I think that was a good thing that came out of that.
How's it work?
Oh, it's just like this guy comes up, he videos himself putting in 3 cans and then he'll say, Cam, you're next.
Oh, yeah. And I come do it.
Oh. So, did they have a lot of beetroot? You know, because we were like, okay, what cans do I have to pick here? Oh, creamed corn. you know what you need to do? You need to be specific. Let's go, okay, I've got a can of tuna, piece of pork, and spaghetti. Because if you go, oh yeah, so they're 3 cans. 3 cans, 1 pickled onion, and 1 of beetroot. Yeah. You can only eat you know, you don't want to get a box of 12 beetroot. And, you know,
I'm having beetroot with a side of beetroot. And,
so, I don't know, I've got beetroot a beetroot cake and of barbecue beetroot, you know. No,
beetroot
that's
12 ways.
Real talk, the way. Like, if you're going to do something like that, it should be
what you would want.
Yeah. True that.
Yeah.
Hey, because, you know.
That's it.
Because if you really want to hold people accountable, and you know, the cool thing is, the way I am, or the way I think most of us, if someone goes, if they do, like, so like, yeah, I've done pisupo, tuna and that, you'll be like, oh, yeah, hold my beer. Like, so I've got caviar here.
So like, give me another trolley. We're going to need another trolley for this.
Did you say 3 cans or 3 trolley full of cans? You know what I mean? You should try and make a competition of it.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
Because the people are like, true.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, he's throwing away pisupo like it's nothing.
Right, 100%,
but
man.
Who's going to benefit? The people who are going to take that stuff. And we can guarantee they're not going to be getting beetroot.
Yeah.
They're going to get top of the range.
Yeah, man.
And they're not getting budget. They're getting waddies. Hey, they're getting
bro, 100%. Yeah. That's it.
In the Pacific or the Pacific, not the second, you know.
Not the second tier.
That's right. What's the Salisbury? This is a brand. What is this stuff, man?
Bro, 100%.
Nah, well, I know there's that I remember there's businesses that do that, that pay it forward kind of.
Yep. BP have done it.
Oh, okay.
Their coffees.
Yeah.
KFC do it. Just some, you know, some people like Surf Life Saving. They also do it for Kids Can as well.
Yeah. Yeah, ones like that, you know, where you pay for a lunch and then their company has a lunch that goes to kids.
Yeah.
I know. I was talking to a close friend of mine, one of my brothers, one of my boys, and they said that the school that the kids go to, they get free lunch.
Man, that is so good. That should be a thing now, eh?
Yeah, and he was telling me it's silly, because we were standing in the middle of Fresh Choice because his kid had a tournament, and I was going, and he was doing the kids' lunch. He goes, "Oh no, that's right, the kids are going to school tomorrow." And I go, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh no, they, because I don't want to name the school in that, because I don't know if the parents would mind that, but he said, bro, they get their lunch given to them every day, and he's silly. You know what? The MA is mean. Hey, he goes, bro. He told me what was on it. They get wraps and little juice water and stuff like that. I was like, because it was all for schools that are decile,
low
decile. And I went, man, if that was better back in the days, was there a minus? Because I'm pretty sure we would have been in the And how cool is that?
Yeah.
That you, as a parent, you don't have to worry. Like, you don't want to be relying on that. But it is.
It's a massive help, eh?
Knowing that your child is going to be
fed every day. Yeah,
and, not like those little fire after lunch because they had nothing to eat. And
that's it.
Just when they played held,
Man, I wish they'd done that for all schools, because like my boys, they attend a high decile school.
Oh, okay.
But that's not an option, But like,
that should.
If you honestly look around at some kids, like some families are struggling, and that's the kids attend that school not by choice because it's some of them are like just down the road, but that should happen for all schools nationwide.
Yeah, I think. Look, I know. Not all schools.
Whether it's high decile or not.
Yeah, if you're high decile, that means you're either in the vicinity, in that area, there are people that could afford lunch. But you've also got people that are, like we're talking about, pockets.
Yeah.
That just because of, it would cost them more to send them out of zone.
That's right.
To go to maybe, like Holy Cross, like, do you want them to be?
Yeah.
But because you're in that area,
yeah,
because of convenience, you're going to have to bite the bullet and make them go there. They should have a system where you can apply for that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Do they? I don't know because I'm not down at the ground level, but your experience, do they have that kind of option?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
No. I know private schools do that.
Yeah.
Like in the city area.
Yeah.
But not for local schools and that's just from my knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
but that would be a good thing for and it doesn't out the parents or out the child as well, which is a good thing, and man, that should happen.
Yeah, well, I guess they always say that, like, and we would have known, even like go for your normal working day, if you haven't had something to eat or or depending on what you eat, like say you have a massive lunch, and it's full of pies and that, mate, around 2:30, 3 o'clock, you're gonna hit the wall. But if you've had a nice meal, like a salad,
it also affects the child, because it happened, in my day, because when the teacher says, all right, stop for lunch, everyone's looking around and seeing what everyone's got, and if you got the old, just butter sandwiches, they're going to go, oh, look, he's got butter sandwiches, and that affects the child big time, And so like to have that kind of thing for the schools, where they just have meals and that, man, that's good.
I guess the other thing is, how you said, when you sit, especially when it's raining, you can't go outside, and they say, pull up, you sit there, have your lunch. I guess when you're at a high decile school, something, people will know, because if you have the same lunch as another person, they'll go, oh, they got the lunch through, through the free lunch system.
Yeah.
You'd hope that there'd be a system where, or you'd just educate the kids, like, don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they can't afford it. They're just taking,
they're
taking opportunity of the free lunch.
Yeah.
And I think it would be, you'd just try and make it cool, like, hey, man, I'm getting the good stuff, because then they'll teach other people to apply for that stuff as well.
Yeah,
You know,
hard out.
because that is a big thing. Because I remember back in the days,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
when you pull out your lunch and then
Bro, hard.
you know you see someone pull
Yeah.
out their whatever
The yogurts,
the one
roll-ups.
bro. That's where when someone put out their hundreds and thousands sandwich, I was like, I thought that was for cakes. What? You can have it on bread.
What did he go? No, you peasant.
I'm like, and here I am trying to eat it outside of the. After my mum puts it on the cake, and I'm trying to eat it under. Like, and here these, you can afford to put that on bread.
Yeah, bro.
Wow, you know what?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your bag of noodles, not even cooked. And you just go, wow.
Yeah. It's like, oh man,
Milo sandwich.
yeah, oh, bro. You know,
Chip sandwich.
Yeah.
that was like back in the days, like the sandwiches now that I like to eat now.
Yeah.
Mate, these are that my parents used to make me, but I was like,
Yeah, man.
look at things eating this and
Yeah. He's got ham and cheese.
yeah. Now,
Yeah.
I don't take Marmite sandwich anything,
Yeah.
you know.
You know what? Maybe I should tell my kids. I say, you know what? Get 4 of your friends together. One bring the falawa, one bring the corned beef, the other one bring the onions, and you guys just have a shared lunch.
Yeah, hard. Well, that's
Because
well,
we used to
that's
do that at
college.
high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's college. Yeah, big guns.
Yeah.
You know, that was the cool thing. You know, back in those days. Yeah.
Shucks, yeah, man.
But yeah, now that's far out. It's when he told me that story, or when he told me about that, because he said there's a few schools in the Henderson area
Yeah.
that have that option.
That's so
I thought
good, man.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
and it's just a relief for the parents. So
Bro.
I just thought, man, that got 'em.
Especially with how hard things are going today.
That's right.
Man, that's a massive relief to parents.
Yeah. I wish they could put that, because I'd never heard of it. That's either because, I don't have any nieces or nephews here.
Yeah.
I'm sure I would have heard about it, but when he told me about that stuff,
Nah.
Oh,
I thought that was a thing of America. You know?
Well, when I think of lunches in America, you think of them standing off the tray.
Yeah.
And going in there's the lady,
Yeah.
the lady with
That's
the
it.
hairnet. And then they
But
come
that's
in.
part of their fees, though, eh?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
included
okay.
in their fees and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far out. It's I don't know how they would have if they would try and apply it to. But where does it? I wonder where
The funding
does it
comes
stop?
from?
No, where does
Oh.
it stop? Because if you're a kid and you're used to getting your lunch, does it go to intermediate? Do you go? Oh,
I think it should. It should go
Yeah.
right up until high school.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because if that was the case, I don't think anyone would be away in school. you
Well, you get caught out,
Yeah, yeah.
if you know.
Yeah, because you have the sense. So I just went to school to eat my lunch. I just go to school to eat the lunch.
Well, that was my favorite line.
Yeah,
man.
well, that's it. It's
Yeah.
nobody else, man. I'm just going to school to eat my lunch.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know how much it would cost. I know it would cost them. It would cost millions.
Yeah.
But I think if that was an option,
Yeah.
I wonder how that would improve. Because
I think it'll improve home. Because if you imagine all the parents that one less job,
Yeah.
one less job.
to worry
Yeah.
about their job
Yeah.
being fair.
Yeah,
eh?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's a big help there.
I guess
Yeah, man.
I guess the counter that people, privileged people, and they would go, yeah, but that means they're going to use their money on something else, gambling. Because that's the negative. Man, hey,
man.
hey,
Wow,
that people will find a way.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
To shit on it, like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, well, I get you. They're probably just going to go spend
yeah.
it on, fish
Get
and
drunk,
chips. Yeah,
buy a box.
yeah.
yeah, or you probably go to the pokies.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like nah, we just trying to get by, But you'll see that's where you see that's Instant Herald comments right there.
Bro, straight up, man. Wait, my blood pressure just went like this, man. And I'm like,
there's there's a lady. She recently came on TV. Good Morning show. She was there as a representative of the union because she was talking to them about how she had 9 kids, but she had a couple of them living with her and her husband at the moment. And so I just saw my mate Steve McCarthy. He was on because the most vile comments were coming out because they were like she was talking about because she was they were talking about advocating for raising minimum wage, or why the minimum wage should be raised. And because she said she was working X amount of hours, she was only getting 2 hours, 3 hours. She was working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
2 jobs, a week. There's 2 jobs at the moment. And then so my mate, you know how Facebook could alert you and it tells you, this person left a comment.
Yeah, yeah.
So I read it, and I was reading and some guy goes, you should have just learned to keep your legs closed, or something like that. And then my mate Steve, he goes, well, your mum should have kept her legs closed. Then we wouldn't have to put up with your comment.
Yeah.
And I cracked up, and then I looked up, and I knew the lady. I knew the lady. I go, hey, I'm not going to say her name. And I go, I know, she works right next. She works right next to me. I knew, and here's the crazy thing. I knew she doesn't work the amount of hours. But me and the boys, we went, you know what? It was on Good Morning. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. So we watched. We went for morning tea, and we gathered around, and I grabbed my boss, and I go, hey boss, hey, it stinks. So we watched the video, and we're watching it, and I said to her, look at her, because she looked nervous, she was looking at the camera, and the lady was like, so you do this, where's your job here, and she was like, I work here, and I do this job, I work 18 hours a day for every, X amount, and I went, I thought, I know that for a fact that's not true.
Yeah, yeah.
But I knew what had happened. Even before I went and talked to her, even before her work colleagues had talked to her, I knew what had happened. The union had seen her, and she said that she wasn't even the first choice. There was another lady there, but because of her having 9 kids and working 2 jobs, even though she wasn't working, one of the jobs she only works at part-time.
Yeah.
Which is still sad, because you should still have time. But the union that she was representing saw her story, and they thought, we'll get more traction off this. So they threw it. So they got her to go on TV, and I felt for her because she came back later, and when I said, hey, I saw you, and I said, are you all right? And she goes, just getting a lot of people talk, a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And I only went to go support.
Yeah.
And then they put me on TV. And because of my sad story. And I knew that.
Yeah.
Because I knew her.
Yeah.
And I know she does other things that would be frowned upon.
Yeah.
But the union won't let you know that.
No.
The stuff that, where she's spending her money.
Yeah.
But I felt that they used her because her story was X amount of that. And man, just the hate she was getting on social media and all that. And I thought, have they come back to you and said if you're all right in that? She said, nah. Wow. And I thought, kalo whai, they used you because you're the case, you're the perfect example of why they should have
that would relate to a lot of...
Yeah, and so a lot of people, they were doing oh man, good on you. And I do know that she does work 2 jobs, but not the amount of hours that she was saying.
Yeah.
And I give her that, and you have to give it up to people that have to work for
2 jobs.
That's a lot of,
it's time away from your kids, your family.
And I felt for her, but then I saw all the comments on Facebook. I mean, all the she should be doing this. Oh, well, blah blah blah. And I was like, what? We started off talking about social media, and we're talking about it now. But the other thing is, you can't always. And what I'm trying to allude to as well, you can't always trust what what you put up on media, because I knew, fortunately, I knew the background of that story. So I knew what.
But if you were just an average person, you
would have had total sympathy for it, as you should. Because when she said I do X amount of hours, I know she only
people
works,
relate to that. I do long hours too.
Man, I'm pretty sure. I don't hope they don't. But her work colleagues were angry at her because it painted them in a bad light too. Yeah. Because they knew that she didn't work. She said, I work 18 hours. They know that she only works 3 days a week with them. And she only, she's only working X amount of hours. But if you had listened to the interview, you would have thought, oh my gosh, this person was working like Conan the Barbarian,
Yeah.
walking around with that thing, you know,
yeah.
on the grind. That's really on the grind, you know. But you know, the one thing I did tell her, and I said to her like, and I was talking to her, one of her work colleagues, like, I hope the union give her the support because they pretty much chucked her out there.
Yeah.
And she is getting so much, and even, you know, the feedback from you guys.
She just got eaten up.
Yeah, yeah. And just the comments people made. And it's like I'm saying, people will always find something negative to say about something positive.
Yeah. But see, like, big businesses like that, you know, when they chuck this poor lady in the deep end, you know, they knew that this will be the perfect story.
Yeah, well,
this will get, you know, bites and that, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, on her side of the story is, you know, like, she's clueless to, you know what to say, or if I say this, will I lose my job, or, you know.
Yeah.
You know, she's unbeknown to any of it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. And I think she was, I don't know if the word, well, maybe naive, but just to think, because she's a really chirpy, happy person.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I don't understand how people can talk about me like that. I said, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't read that stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Because she's still upbeat in that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you the rest of the bit off air, because after, because I don't want to.
What's the thing with social media? You know, like, man, when it's out there, it's out there. You know, and like, there's no coming back.
That's
like,
it.
I've seen stories, you know, like similar. You know, saying like, oh well, you should have known. You know, once this is out on social media, man, it's everybody's business. You know, but like the things that come with it, like the nasty comments and, you know, the dragging you down, blah blah blah. That's something that you gotta, you know, well, kind of prepare yourself for. You know, it's inevitable.
Well, especially you, and I guess us as well. You know, when we're putting stuff out there, we're putting material, content out there.
Yeah.
So you've got to be prepared to.
Yeah.
You've got to have a thick skin, or just be able to just not.
Yeah, block it up.
Just have it just go over your head. Every comment that they make. You know, I guess it's like every positive or negative.
Yeah.
Every positive comment, you just go, yep, acknowledge it. Every negative, acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And just let it.
Absolutely.
You can't take the highs.
Yeah.
You can't
And not take,
Yeah. You just got to be able to, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You,
because that's,
if you know.
That's the business you've come
that's
into.
what you've chosen to.
You know?
And
Yeah.
that's what social media is. I mean, that's what the internet is. I mean, if you see now, you can get fired from your job for a tweet that you done 10 years ago.
That's
or you
it,
can possibly not get a job because you said something 10 years ago. So they look you up, you know.
That's happening with Parliament now.
Yeah.
Over in the States, you know.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, cancel culture does that.
Yeah.
You know. Well, good old, see Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce on the weekend. I mean, he's living his best life though. Yeah. But his job, they have a set standard.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be smoking weed and having strippers in the background. You know, and know that you're about to go on TV and you know, it's not. And the other thing is, I know there was a woman. She had a job for Teen Vogue. I know it's quite funny because both the left and the right, they met together. And went, she'd done this tweet when she was a teenager.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
And she can't get this job now, even though she's worked hard. You know, when you're under 18. You're an idiot. Yeah. Hey, you'll say stupid things. Yeah. If you're over 18 and you're still saying this stuff, then you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, my wife, she was saying something similar thing that happened on The Bachelor. I think it is. That presenter, he's gone now because of something that he supported of a past bachelorette that made a racist comment when she was 17, 18.
Oh, I heard this.
You know, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and
this is the American one.
Yeah, the American one.
Yes,
and he defended her, and then now it's because of this cancel culture and all of this, blah, blah, blah. He's had to step down and blah, blah. And, man, like, the people that follow that Bachelorette nation or whatever it is, man, they support, like, you know, that's their culture, you know. And, man, they went and honey, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, man, that really stirs the pot that,
well,
you know.
I guess, you know, like, you know how we were saying, you know, you do your thing and then you delete and you do it again. I think you just have to acknowledge that when you're a week or 2 weeks, 6 months from now, are you going to look back in that tweet and like, what the hell was I thinking when I said that tweet?
Yeah.
You know, that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to look back and I go, maybe I should have stopped at the 8th Heineken on that one because.
But yeah, there has to be some situations where it's like, fuck, I'm glad I said that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But then there's no, like you can't. There's no chance of redeeming yourself.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There could be never ever have a chance of redeeming yourself.
Yeah.
Well, even if you acknowledge it, say you said this tweet and you made a comment, and then over time your view changes, and then you go, look, I acknowledge it. I thought about this, but because of education and situations, I know now that's not how I
think so long as you stipulate it,
Yeah, you can, but you could, but they'll still point out that last.
Oh,
you said that. Remember you said
absolutely.
Yeah, but I'm a changed person. Yeah, but you said that.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, still, even though you've come clean and you've had a change of heart and that. They'll still look back at the sin or look back at the...
Absolutely. I tell my boys at work all the time. I said, these guys up here in management, you could do 1,000 things right. You do one thing wrong, look, you're at the door.
Oh, that's unfair.
I mean, it is, but like, it happens everywhere.
Yeah.
You will get judged for that one thing you done wrong. And all the other 999 things won't count for shit, But it's the latest thing that you've done, that's what they base you off.
The saddest one I remember was Kevin Hart's one. When he got told he could be like doing the Oscars that year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then after 2 weeks later, a few weeks later, before the Oscars showed up, some people dug up a joke he did 10 years ago. And it was a joke about
beating up his son if he was gay.
Yeah, beating up his son if he was gay. But it was a joke.
Yeah.
Someone dug it up. And he lost his gig doing the Oscars because of that. Oh, sorry, Kevin Hart, we can't won't allow you to be on the Oscars.
But he'd come back here and he'd apologised, and I think he'd just said something like, "Yeah, I do acknowledge that it was a joke made 10 years ago, and I've apologised for it, and I don't believe in it. It was just a joke."
Well, see, and that's like back then, 10 years, ago, right? That was normal. Well, classed as normal.
No, but I think
not normal, but like saying those jokes out in the open.
I wouldn't say it was normal, but it was a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're a comedian, you can say, in comedy, the one thing about comedy is you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you go back to like the Bernie Macs, the Eddie Murphys, the shit that they said in their comedy.
At that time,
you cannot say that today.
Of course, and that's a good thing,
It is, absolutely. And whoever that prick was that dug that shit up on Kevin Hart, that was not the thing. I don't even know how to put it, but that was back then.
It was a different time.
Different time.
That was tolerated.
Yeah, tolerated. Yes. Yeah.
But the thing is, he apologized, but you still wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you make a mistake, imagine that if you see cancel culture was a parent, right? And you have a kid and you tell them, they make a mistake. That's like you say, get out of my house.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You made one mistake, you're gone.
Yeah.
Go, I'm going to make sure you don't live, that you've got no means of living, you're gone.
And what does that show the kids, about mistakes?
That's right. So I guess that's what breeds in you. That means so everyone else becomes PC.
Yeah.
And you're too scared to say anything.
Yeah. 100%.
So like it just shows everything like Gina Carano or any little thing that you say.
Yeah.
You've got to be wary that people will come after you.
Yeah.
Hey.
100%.
And it's sad. But I mean, I guess in this time, if you still make some really crazy claims, just know that even if it's the simplest claim, people are still going to be offended. Like the Kevin Durant and Michael Rappaport, like they said he said the most vile slur or something. I was trying to look for it, and I couldn't find it. I don't know what they were referring to.
Oh.
There was probably something bad, but I was just too busy laughing that Michael Rappaport released these
Yeah.
DMs. Hey, you don't do that, eh?
Word.
This is just between you and him. All you have to say is, man, this guy messaged me the worst kind of things. But just to screenshot them, every screenshot, and then put them out. Oops.
Man, like,
That's
do we live in a society where you can't say what's on your mind anymore?
Yeah, we do. We do, eh? Well, you don't want to record it. Hey.
Man, I'm gonna tell you guys some nasty shit off air, man. Bro, you know, like
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that, eh?
Exactly.
I
You
think
know?
it's if you got status, especially
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're
No,
like a
you're
celebrity, or if you're rich, or if you're
Absolutely.
somewhere you
Yeah.
know up there, that the people can bring you down. It's like you know how back in the days we used to say like, you know, the power of the people.
Yeah.
You know, it's the
They're the people that make you or
You know?
break you.
Yeah, let's beat the system. We're
Yeah.
all band together. The Black Panthers, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
the power
yeah.
of the people. This is like the extreme going the other way. Power of the people. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is
yeah.
not the power of the people we were talking about,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I think you guys are getting carried away with the power of the people.
Yeah.
You're just
100%.
killing everybody right now.
That's it.
You're starting to eat your own now. So that's what they've got. There's no, you know. At least we can, you know, we go. Okay, well, that's we should stop. No, let's go all the
Yeah.
way.
100%.
You know,
Yeah.
and you're gonna come full circle, and and you've obliterated everything. You know, you've killed every
Like,
kind of
you don't
standard.
know how good you got it until, you know,
Yeah, that's right.
and then,
We'll find out soon. It's coming
yeah.
because you can see them already.
I bet on it,
People
man.
that were in the cancel culture, the cancel culture's going after them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no loyalty, man. Come on,
Word.
kid, you know. Come on, social justice warriors. You know, they've got their badges.
Yeah.
You're trying to cancel them too.
Bro,
Oh, it's amazing. Some crazy times we live in, boys.
bro, we're in for a ride, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
You just don't know how to go through it. You know how to dodge these things. Dodge
Oh,
these
man, they're
bullets,
making it impossible to.
I know.
Yeah, like my shield can only take so much, man. It's down to like 3%.
It's getting, you know what it's like? It's like a game of Minesweeper on those Microsoft Windows, eh? Like, you think you understand the game, but you don't, eh? Like, you know? That's what it's like now,
Yeah.
man. There's mines everywhere
Yeah,
now,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, because I remember Minesweep, my mate Tully, he explained it to me, like, yeah, if you see two, then it means there's two blocks around there that don't have it. You know what? It's like just having one. Everything you don't think there's one, because it doesn't matter what you
Yeah.
say,
That's it.
you're losing the game, mate, you know. Yeah, like, you've got to be really careful, you know, and that's a sad thing, you know.
It is sad, man, because it just makes you almost not real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fuck, if we live in that kind of society, man, then
Well,
How much of it does influence your skits these days?
a little bit, because I mean, let's say for instance there was a video that I brought out involving a cousin and sleeping with another cousin kind of thing. You all remember that?
The Kiunga one.
Yeah. So
Hey,
that,
wasn't sleeping.
oh wow,
It's having a shower.
yeah, or having a shower together. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I'm only saying it because
That was a while ago. That one.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
And that is probably the greatest. That is the greatest island meme I
Yeah.
think ever.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
oh, really? So you know,
yeah.
really.
And then a part 2 came out.
What?
Yeah, a part 2 came out where they filmed each other doing the nasty, right? And so that started circling the internet, you know. And then
Wait, was that their way of countering what
no,
had happened?
No, I don't believe so. I think
Well, that was just.
it just got leaked.
Oh, is this real?
This is real.
Oh.
Yeah. Right. And so, you know, when you hear about that and you type in, you know, the hashtags, you know, shower, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, I see all of my Kiunga videos, you know, getting, oh, yeah, like. And I was going, hey, what the hell's going on? And then I jumped on TikTok and, you know, they're talking about, you know, this. My Kiunga videos on there, you know, started getting attention as well. And I was going, bro, something's happening.
Mm.
And then I found out that second part 2 came out where they, you know, done the nasty. And I was like, far out, man. And so there were comments saying, can you please take your videos down, blah, blah, blah. That's, they went into a whole bunch of stuff. I was getting DMs and they were saying, man, can you take your videos? And I was going, look, man, this happened years ago. I'd done those videos years ago. It's got nothing to do with whatever's come out now. And he goes, oh, yeah, but it's attracting attention. And he's going, yeah, it's attracting attention for me, But they're like, oh, we're all supposed to be a community together, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to leave it. And so those kind of messages that I get like from those videos, it kind of makes you think twice about, because I had, other videos that I wanted to put out of a similar background, but nothing to do with them. But I can't because people will automatically think, that motherfucker's talking about me, And then it's got me stuck in between, like, So it's kind of like that.
I guess when we were talking about us as a community bringing each other up, and were they worried that your video was drawing attention to the situation, or I guess, and I'm trying to see where they're coming from. It's kind of like you're trying to get rid of any trace of that.
Yeah.
So I can see why they would want you to take that down.
Yeah.
Because when you try and forget about something, you don't want any, like, if you've done something really messed up, you don't want any trace of it. Unfortunately, when it's on the internet,
that's it.
Yeah. Even if you took it down, there's 200 other videos out there that have been done that people have saved this video.
100%.
And I mean, good on them for trying to take on the task of trying to get everyone to delete that kind of video.
Yeah.
I guess for me, and I can see where they would be trying to come from though, with that, because I guess us as proud people, as islanders, when we see stuff like that, I guess it was funny. That video, I loved that video.
Yeah.
And the memes that came out after it.
Yeah.
I thought, man, I've done that before. I've had an argument with my brother, and I've had the ace up the sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'ma get you, man. And that look on her face, And I went, and this is no lies. I watched that video about, I don't know, I watched it on repeat for about 20 minutes. I just kept laughing.
Because that face, eh?
Her face.
Yeah.
Because she's like, what? Because when you've been and I remember I posted up, and Kevin Senior, my mate Kev, he messaged me silly. Man, I've just been laughing at that video for the last hour. I'm like, bro, me too. We just cracked up.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because we've all been in that situation. If you have a sibling and you're having an argument, mate, there's nothing better going into an argument and knowing that you've got that.
Yeah.
That little champion, like, oh yeah, someone's getting a hiding, but it ain't gonna be me, because I'm about to start up the bus and throw you under it,
Yeah.
And
So why isn't that a positive community being built?
That
is a community being built.
Yeah, no.
Everyone there relates to that, especially having a good laugh about it.
I know that is, but the reason why they were asking him to take his bit down was because that second video killed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they were going to go through that.
I can't understand why would they make the second video.
No.
That got leaked. It got leaked. Right, like they must have recorded themselves, right, for their own purposes, but somehow it got out, right? But in saying that,
well, that's not everyone else's fault. That's
when you were laughing at that video, did it ever cross your mind, like, ooh, like? Or were you laughing at the fact that she had an ace up her sleeve?
That's it.
But it had nothing to do with that person.
It had nothing to do with the killer
or what happened. It was that.
And killer's response, because that's a kill. What are you on about?
Yeah.
From the paper, he's probably like, oh.
That's right.
But no, I know. See, that bit I can understand. The bit where I can see what. Because, when you go into damage control, you're going to try and erase any kind of anything that is related to it. I know that thing you can't erase that story. The unfortunate part is that second video that you said, I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing.
Yeah.
That someone leaked that.
Yeah.
That's
The bringing down your community.
That's where you
the
bring down the community.
Yeah.
And so, I do feel sorry that they try to attach it to your the skits that you done, because we weren't laughing at Kiunga and
No, and that's it.
and the sister. We were laughing at the sister having the ace up the sleeve, or just because like we said, we know that situation.
Yeah.
We know when we're sitting around with our cousins, because that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
You know, when you get people come visit, and they call you to the room, and you're all buying jokes, and then the older sibling tries to be too funny, and you're like this. Oh yeah, I'm a farmer in front of the other cousin. You know? I've done that.
Yeah,
Everyone's
hundreds
done
of
that,
times,
you know?
man.
We're sitting in the room, man. You know, we've all done that.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why we all related
Yeah.
to it. Everyone just talked about Kiunga, eh? What a go
Man.
over take the ipuki and then go, you know.
Yeah, but I think like for us, our generation, you know, we see it like that.
Yeah.
But whereas our older generations that are on Facebook,
See, that's what I'm thinking.
you know, and once it's on Facebook, you know, for the older generation, man, they look at it and it's like, bro, what a disappointment.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel sorry for the family involved.
See, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I guess when they're trying to go into damage control,
Yeah.
they you know, when you when you're in a situation you're trying to cover, you know, you panic, so you just go after everyone. Oh look, man, can you take this down? Because you're trying to get any trace of it happening. Unfortunately, the internet isn't their place. Maybe if you're in a small little city or a little small town where only source of communication is word of mouth. Yeah. You know, because you can kind of call that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like we just talked about,
That's it.
you put anything on the internet, you know.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest disappointment now is just hearing the story that someone leaked that video.
Yeah.
Like who would do that?
Yeah.
And the fact that
if you're doing that for clout.
Yeah. Well, it just shows how far out of the loop I am, because I did not know that there was a part that was there.
Oh, I didn't know either. Like, I had to research myself because I started noticing my old videos getting likes, you know, and I was going, hey, has somebody reshared it?
Yeah.
You know? But then I noticed it on my TikTok, you know? Oh, shit.
Oh, so everyone was trying to find
Everyone's trying to find that video. Because when you hashtag something, like you hashtag Kiunga, then everything, you know,
comes up.
Yeah, comes
so
up.
I'm trying to see that if that video was on your video too.
And so I done the same thing. I wrote in hashtag blah, blah, blah. I looked up. My video was like the second one there, you know? And so I was like, you know, people are trying to look for this video, which is sad, you know, because I don't know if you want to watch it or you want to share it or blah, blah, because I hope not.
It's I think it's just curiosity.
Yeah.
They should have just put hashtag Kiunga Kardashian. Because that sounds like that kind of clout that they were trying to get.
Yeah.
If you're I just think the heartbreaking thing for me is that video actually got out.
Yeah.
The second one. The first one, hey, thank you for that one.
Yeah,
I laughed at that one. I thought that was amazing.
Well, I mean,
but that second one, and for them, and I guess for them to feel that they had to go in and try and reel it back in.
Yeah,
that's
dragging.
That's a thankless and that's a pointless job.
Yeah,
because there's no way you can do that.
Yeah,
you can take for every one Kiunga video you take down, there's another 20 popping up.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
it,
I mean?
man. And I've had it happen twice, different occasions. The one that you know, there's two guys having a scrap at work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that happened as well. I got message from.
Oh, which one with the island guy and the Balingi guy?
Yeah, the voiceover.
Oh yeah.
So that guy messaged me as well.
Oh, the Balingi guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that one I took down because he was gonna face time.
Oh, the Samoan guy?
Yeah. So I took that down straight away. Yeah. And then he messaged me back and he said, "Oh no, everything's clear now, so you can put it back up if you want." Blah blah. Cleared the air. So yeah, sweet. But that Kiunga one, that's it's a shame.
Yeah. No.
Sorry. The part 2 was a shame.
The part 2 is. Oh, I just think it's so. I think the other time, I think the other reason why it was so, because it came out around COVID. Did it come around?
Yeah.
It was just around the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
So everyone's got a lot of spare time on their hands. So that's going to
Exactly.
get a lot of.
Yeah.
They would have got a lot of traffic.
I don't see the point. Like where they were coming from, I wouldn't even call that clout.
Yeah. No, the person. Well, whoever released
Whoever leaked it.
that's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Why would
see
you
the
do that?
point.
Yeah.
You know, and like so before that one came out, like the damage control that happened with the first video, right? Man, they were scrambling, you know, like nobody's business, you know, like to try and get it done, you know, saying that it really affected our family and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And then, like, I understood that side of it, you know, but like as a comedian, I didn't look at the person or the
Looked at the
people involved.
situation.
I looked at the situation,
Yeah.
right? I thought the situation was funny,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and yeah. So, like with part 2, there's no laugh there. There's no
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no
That's right.
pull.
I don't. You know, the other thing is, I don't know who would laugh at that.
Yeah,
Because if anything, as an islander, or just person of any kind of just common
It's
sense
just
or just sense of
plain
being,
degrading,
you
eh?
just wouldn't, you know.
yeah,
You can tell they were laughing at the situation rather than the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
You
think,
know how everyone was laughing at, oh yeah, we relate to that.
yeah.
This guy was laughing at the actual what happened.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so I'm
yeah.
gonna put this video up
yeah.
Yep.
and prove to everybody that they did. This
Yeah.
true, you know, that kind of
Oh,
thing.
yes.
I think it's like
Now that's wrong.
That's that angle.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
person was coming from. I think.
a lot of people are real, you know, that whakakala type, you know, and so like for that to come up, you know, people are like, man, have you seen this? Man, have you seen that? You know, oh yeah, I got it here. I'll send it to you. Blah blah. Man, that culture has to stop too.
Yeah.
You know, especially
that
with
kind of
stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
Like, I know it can't be
remember
helped, but-
yeah, I remember seeing the comments after where, like, I know the family was saying stuff like, yeah, this isn't true, that kind of stuff, and I was like, oh, you know, it's unfortunate. I've watched the video a million times, but
Yeah,
you know, I'm not gonna judge
yeah,
whoever this is. You know, this video's out there. I'm gonna watch it. You know, I've watched it. That's it. The second one, anyone in their right mind would know. If you
Yeah.
if you knew the build up to that story, you wouldn't even touch that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there's nothing. You would not even.
No, no.
If someone sent it to you, you delete it, or you'd say, mate, take this rubbish down because
yeah,
this is going too far.
yeah,
There's always that one person who just
yeah, 100%. And soon, like, you know, comedy, like, speaking on comedy, like, you know, like, as a Samoan, you know, like, if I were to do a comedy skit, you know, portraying Samoans, right? You break the English down a bit and you know, have an afro, blah, blah, wear blah, blah, whatever, you know? And then, like, you're going to get a person that going, you know, not all Samoans are like that, you know? Like, if I had done a skit on being Māori, you know, why do I always have to have a box of Cody's, you know?
yeah.
All Māoris aren't like that, you know? Soon it's going to become like that, you know? Like, I can't even, not disrespect my own culture, but, like, I can't do jokes, you know, like, involving my culture. And when it gets to that point, fuck, it's going to be.
I think, you know, the issue is people need to be able to know that is a part of our culture. Like, you know, like Tofinga. You take Tofinga's skits and that. We all know that we have an Uncle Sam.
Yeah,
Or we have a person like that.
yeah,
We know that because we've seen them.
Yeah.
We acknowledge that. You know, but we know that it's just, you know, it's a skit.
yeah,
It's not like he's wrong, and you know,
Yeah.
some of them. We need to be able to not to differentiate. Oh, this is just a skit, and we're laughing.
yeah.
It's not, you know, we can't be offended at it because we know it's
true. Yeah.
But if Tofinga said, "This is how all Samoans act,"
Yeah.
and then he done that thing,
Yeah.
or if he said, "This is how all us islanders act,"
Yeah.
take it as gospel that this
Yeah.
is how we act.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, "Whoa. Hey,
Yeah.
BDFS,
Yeah.
that's not us,"
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Because that'd be true.
Yeah.
People need to realize that, you know?
but we know.
We know because we
Yeah.
see. If it was a really bad, you know, if you had a really bad accent,
Yeah.
and you
If it came
was
off
a
wrong,
really bad
yeah.
caricature, like a bad stereotype, then would go. I don't know about you, but you must have some really,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know any uncles like that because you know the way that you're talking and the way that you look and that.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
But every person that you've done or every skit,
I think
I can relate to
Yeah.
them because I've seen.
Like,
you know,
I'm not too
people
sure.
should
Have you
be able
seen
to.
the guy that does? He's a, I think he's a Lebanese guy, but he does the Fui Fui Moi Moi act.
The one from he was on the Footy Show.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he's carrying it on. You know,
Okay.
like on his social media. Is that acceptable? Like, I see that as funny. I don't see it as racist or like him bringing down a PI culture. I saw the joke in it, but I know that there's people out there that will point that out and goes, he's being racist.
Well,
It's the same just as well as people because they're the ones that what they call it cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
How if
Yeah.
you can't act like another culture if you're something else.
Yeah,
So I think-
when it gets to that point.
but people do that all the time, man.
Yeah.
Like we take elements of other cultures and we, you know, like what's rap? You know, what is, you know, that kind of,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, but going back to that topic where you're talking about that guy who wasn't Keith Galloway or someone that used to do, is he still doing it? See, my issue then is like Fui Fui Moi Moi is not even in the limelight
No.
anymore.
No.
So how, at some point, he's got to go, I've kind of drained this.
Yeah.
I might have gone to the well one too many times on this one, eh?
Yeah.
You know?
That's probably the only thing he knows.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
exactly. But I mean, for me, stuff like that, it's got to run its course some,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. It'll die out soon.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if it's not, if he's not, yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say, if he's not trying to be
Like taking
if
the
he's
piss?
trying, if he's having a dig at Fui Fui Moi Moi, making it look as,
I don't think it's having
yeah,
a dig.
then I've got no issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't have any issue.
Yeah.
Like-
Like, is that what you call, oh, no, subtle racism?
Well, they already cancelled the other Australian actor. Remember we talked about with
Yeah.
Lucina? that
Chris Lilly.
Chris Lilly.
Yeah.
How he
The
played that
trainer from Tonga.
Jonah from Tonga.
Oh, right.
You know what's funny? Bro, when that came out, I thought he was crap.
The bee's knees,
The bee's knees. After I looked
Because he
back
had
at
a
it.
bang on.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Absolutely.
You know why I think people were offended? Because they were like, this guy. But you know what? It just seems like he must have just sat there and watched.
Yeah.
Like, is this how, you know? And because I'm looking at the character going, I know
Or-
this guy's.
All his boys
Yeah.
were Pacific Islanders.
Yeah.
you know?
And, but I just knew, this guy is as scary as it is. But, bro, I think they're just scared, like, this guy's too accurate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they're like, okay, if we are going to do something, you know, about ourselves, we should be doing it because we shouldn't have a guy pretty much nail like one of a, you know, trainer is, we all know a trainer, but he's not the way that they made it out like he was the,
Yeah.
there's 100 trainers
Yeah.
out there. No, there's like 1% of trainers throughout school, but you know a trainer, you
Yeah.
know. And I think a lot of people might have been offended because it brought to light that there are people
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, that we know. The cool thing about, you know, schooling back in the days, guys like Jonah, because I'll be honest, I was a bit like Jonah, not a bully in there, but a clown. I was
Yeah.
a bit of a clown at
Yeah.
school. And I look back now and I went, you know, I thought, man, I should have just.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
But because that was the norm then.
Yeah.
You know, all those boys. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, those boys. I was like those with my boys as well at school. You know, you have a laugh.
Yeah.
Go do me a valere, you know, have
Yeah.
a, you know, crack up. Have my mum and dad come to school.
Yeah.
Real talk. I know now that that Jonah, that was, like we talked about in that time, when Chris Lilly was at school, there were Jonahs.
Yeah.
Now, outside looking in, I see my nieces, I see my nephews, I see all the kids now, man. The mentality's changed.
It is.
They
Absolutely.
don't do that kind of stuff
No.
anymore. So why don't we just accept that Jonah, that was
Before.
that was just a time,
Yeah.
and that time that was funny, you know, because we
that's
knew we can acknowledge that because
Yeah.
that's what happened. But if you don't know a Jonah and you go, oh man, that guy's making fun of us,
Yeah.
well, technically he's not because we saw that.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
saw that
yeah.
ourselves,
Yeah.
eh? But now, man, you know, my niece in Australia, she's on the student council, and my nephew, he's at primary school, he's on the student council too, mate. And my brother said, "Brian, I was so proud of them, mate. If you had asked me to be on the student council, you know, well, I'll be you never,
Yeah.
I never thought about this stuff.
No.
But the kids these days, when I talk to my niece, when I talk to my brothers, my nephews here, and you know, the way they talk, the way they think, it's not like the way we used to think.
No,
Hey,
no,
Yeah.
absolutely
you know what I mean?
not.
They're more not worldly, but they're more focused. They don't have that kind of, you know, they've got more opportunities, and they're taking stuff that we would never have thought about.
No.
You know, if you know, if they said, "Hey, Cameron, you want to come join the student council and be a, you know, be a beacon of hope and be a spokesperson for the rest of your students."
Yeah.
Mate,
No,
you
my,
said,
my boys, they you know, they go to that.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
gravitate
'Cause,
towards these
yeah,
things,
gravitate
like-
towards it. You know, because like my boy, he's a student counsellor as well.
yeah,
You know, and like when he came home and told me, man, it was like he won a principal award or something. You know, he was so rapt, and I was going, man, is this the thing now?
yeah.
You know,
That's what I mean. Hey,
and like, yeah, you're absolutely right.
so you know, that's why I didn't like them cancelling, because
That just shows
that,
the.
that was a, you know,
that was a
that's a
thing.
snippet
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that. You know, if you
Yeah.
cancel that, they're gonna come through. Oh man, did you all do Ring a Rosie at school? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
we didn't. We used to play bull rush and hit high each other at lunchtime.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
No, we didn't.
Even that now.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Yeah.
You've got to, you know, like you can't move forward if you don't remember where
Yeah.
you came from.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
know that.
That's
You
right.
know, those journal videos, mate. If I had a kid now, show them and goes, don't be this kid.
Yeah.
That should be said as a
Yeah.
hey, see where you're going when you answer back to me. Watch this. You want to be a journal or you want to be a student counsellor? Shut up and go do it. You know, but they
Absolutely.
cancel. You've got no point of reference.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
it
that's
because
it.
we didn't even care he was a Balangi dude.
That's right.
You know?
Nah.
It wasn't even about that.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about before. You see past the color and all
Yeah.
of that, and you look at the content.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
It's the
We
content
need to remember that.
you know. Well, that's like most of everything that I do. I never, look at blah blah. I'm looking for that punchline.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that one that hits.
Well, that's what comedy's about, eh?
I remember when I first saw John and Tonga, I was laughing at it. I had a conversation, and we were talking about a few months ago with someone, and we were talking about the exact same thing with Brotown.
Yeah.
And when Brotown came out, it was on mainstream TV.
Yeah.
So all of New Zealand
Yeah.
get to watch that, everybody. And I thought it was real funny.
Yeah.
I was laughing at it.
Yeah.
But when I had this conversation with this guy, he was telling me how he hated it because it showed Pacific Islanders in a
bad light.
stereotypical
Yeah.
bad light, like all fathers drove forklifts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So
That's
he
the
was
pale
kind
eye.
of
Against
angry at the
it,
whole
yeah.
thing, and that's the first time I actually thought of it. I thought, I didn't never thought about it that way, but you might have a point there, because I don't know if it's Parangi's not laughing with us, laughing at us now,
Yeah.
because it's mainstream.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Whereas same as Jonas Tonga, I don't know, but I don't know. I was laughing,
Yeah.
but with the skits you see on social media now these days, with all these PIs like you doing skits and everyone else doing, it's more just for us
Yeah.
as a people to watch our own stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not for mainstream. It's not everybody's looking at these jokes because we don't expect them to understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
know?
Yeah. That's it.
So,
And like when I look at my analytics and that, most of it's Auckland, Australia, and then I get a few in like
Dunedin.
something like that.
Yeah.
And so that it's always directed at
Our people.
our people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one thing you want to do is like you got to keep within your audience, or
Yeah.
where you're going to get the most
Yeah. Well,
the best
relatable
responses.
content.
Because I don't think you can trust everybody understanding. You can't.
That's
You can't.
right.
No,
You can't really.
no.
Exactly.
Like if Palangi's gonna watch Brotown and think, oh yeah, fuck, that's how they all are.
Yeah, yeah,
Then you can't control that.
That's it.
I
Well,
mean,
you know, talking about Brotown, this is another one where we go back and we go, oh man, in that situation, it was funny.
Yeah,
The other thing was we were happy that we had Islanders going mainstream, putting our stories out there.
Yeah.
They were getting John Campbell on and Carol Hirschfeld,
yeah,
all these famous artists and that. But then when you look back at some of the characters there, if they were to come out with these characters now, they wouldn't last. They would be banned. Jeff the Moldy.
yeah. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Because PC people would be, but no one at that point. I don't remember there being a maybe there was. I just didn't pay attention. But maybe was there a backlash of people going, But we can say, oh, well, there are people like that. But also, positive.
Like let's go back further. Do you remember that program Skits?
Oh yeah, I remember that with Robbie McSever.
Yeah, they done the exact same thing.
They were cool ones. I enjoyed those too.
And that, like, shucks, you
That
could
Samoan
pick out.
family skit.
Yeah.
You could pick out a lot of things from that. But, like, it's what happened then, in that point of time, like we were saying.
Yeah.
I think even if you go back to the Billy T. James days, I think what's made him so funny and so real at the same time was that he was able to joke between all the cultures.
Yeah.
Because he had the Balangis in his jokes.
Yeah.
And he crossed the cultures with his jokes all the time.
Yeah.
So you didn't get to feel like he was always stereotypical with his moldy jokes.
Well,
and like when I think about when I think about how I feel when I watch all the skits on social media, like man, inside me I'm thinking, man, I want someone to do some Balangi jokes, like act like a Balangi, like when you think of when you watch Eddie Murphy's old stuff, when he acts like a Balangi in the jokes, it's so funny, man. Cause he makes them out like they're like nerds and like
real Ponzi,
real Ponzi, and that's real funny, man. That's sort of like, we can be stereotypical in our jokes, but we can also be stereotypical in other cultures too, especially the.
Man, I wish I could
especially
do
the
that.
Balangis,
That's crack up.
Does that go both ways though?
Yeah, like would Balangis look?
So
it has been.
If a Balangi had a skit and then he done a voice like an island voice, or you bro, or how would we respond?
Like.
You know what I'm saying? Like say you're online, you're a stand-up comedian.
Well, if you watched Eddie Murphy do his, have you watched any other comedians?
He's spot on.
Do Blacktail?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Do you know?
But I don't think I've ever watched any.
I know.
I think as
Gary Oldman,
if I saw it,
that's what I mean.
If I saw it, I would find the funniness in it, not the nitpicking shit.
Yeah.
Like if that joke actually popped and. Because it resonated with me, then like I wouldn't take any offense to it.
Yeah.
If the joke was funny.
What if, but
like I remember you did one ages ago in Harold. What was the name of a Balangi?
Yeah. So I done that one.
Stuff like that is funny to me.
Because you know those characters,
That's right.
Yeah. Harold.
It's crazy though, like comedy used to be the one, or the skits and that used to be the one thing where everyone could kind of. And even with most skits or jokes, there's no malice or there's
there's not.
There's nothing behind it.
No intentions.
Like you said, like you're trying to do the funny, and then like there's ones where they're not trying to be funny. They're just trying to be offensive.
Yeah.
What I mean? Yeah. They're going the other way.
Yeah.
They just want a reaction.
But like
that's the wrong thing.
And like Ken was saying, like how I see it in my head, not everyone else is going to see it like that. Yeah. But you want them to, but that's you'll never get some people thinking the same as you.
I think, in all honesty, and I feel for you, man, is that you'll never have the perfect skit.
Nah.
You'll never have a skit where everyone's going to go,
Yeah.
Because how I know how fickle people are? If you go on YouTube and you watch something that should not have, I'm watching dolphins going through the water and jumping up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. And you look, 24 people disliked it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
who goes around like you know, like you watch things and go, people will just dislike something because they have that power to dislike it.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's it,
because
man.
it feels like they yield some power. Like, oh yeah,
100%.
disliked it. You know,
Because like I even see it. Like I see some stuff online. Fuck, I don't know where they got the joke from, but it didn't hit. But then you look at the comments, 400 comments.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
you look, the shares, whatever. You know, fucking over 200.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like,
What just shows that this world is every kind of takes every kind of people. Like,
yeah.
it's just
And that's-
we're so big, you know, that you've got to.
That's a good thing. Like everyone's not the
That's
same.
right. That's
You know,
right. You know.
everyone's different. Everyone's got their own taste.
So humour is so broad. Eh?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What makes
That's the good
like,
thing
people,
about it.
There's people who like laugh at farts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I remember Joe Rogan came up with an analogy. He said, get random 100 people in one room. You know, there's going to be 10 assholes. you just can't control it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it, man.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, everyone's got every kind of.
Yeah.
So see, we're like, for example, like so at work, if we're sitting there, and you know you have those blue straps that you put around.
Yeah.
ropes
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This ballet man, my old boss John, is great. I must have. He's finished. He walked in between the thing and he fell face forward, bro. And I went, John, are you alright? Bro, and the other two guys I'm with, the two of my closest friends, bro, they laughed for ages, man.
Yeah.
Clown, man. Bro, it's all like, you know. And bro, the poor old man is lying on the ground, bro. And I went, oh, John, bro, are you alright? Blah, blah, blah. And it stopped. It took them for like good, you know. Even when we were walking into the shop, they were still they see that man, and I went. That wasn't funny, man. The man felt like it.
Yeah.
I found it funny, you know.
Yeah.
But that's
then
Islander humour.
That's right. But then
Yeah.
there's something else. Like there was like someone would say like the driest joke, man. I'll crack up
Yeah.
there like, silly. That is true.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
know? And that's what it makes you think. Humor is,
Everyone's got their own
everyone's got
taste.
their own sense
Yeah,
of humor, right?
yeah.
Some are darker than others.
Yeah.
And some of them are simpler. So
Yeah,
we
that's
say
it.
sitting somewhere at a table, someone farts, bro, everyone
Yeah.
will just crack up
But
and you'll be
we
like,
should know Islanders laugh at those kind of...
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
For me,
We
and this
crack
works
up
out,
at this.
I feel so, I'm like, oh, something about this person, right? You know why? Because I wouldn't want to be that person.
That's right. And there's that certain percentage, you know,
Yeah.
like of Pacific Islanders that will say, no, hold on a minute. That's not funny.
But then
You know,
Those are the
other stuff-
westernized ones.
Yeah, that's what
well,
it means.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, well,
but you
see,
know,
that's that kind of humor, like say,
like you can't say I speak for everyone.
everyone. I speak to people who have my humor.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Well, you don't get my humor. Okay, then. Well,
Yeah.
how about don't comment on it? Go and find someone that you.
Well, I guess that's why they have like algorithms
Yeah,
and
that's right.
things like that.
You're
you
right.
know?
You're right.
So,
So you'll always be drawn into.
yeah.
I think I told the story before, but I remember I was in Samoa and I was at the bank. I was at the bank waiting in line, and I was at the ACP building, and the bank had glass, and the doors were glass too. This old man, you know how you walk, and he banged into because he thought it was open.
Oh, yeah.
He banged into the glass and fell down. The whole bank just roared with laughter. The whole bank, everyone in line, the bank tellers, the security, and then they went to help him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, fuck, this is Samoa, man. Like, that's our humor. We laugh at, we laugh at these sort of things.
Yeah.
You know, because they'll go, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And then they'll help you out.
Yeah.
They'll laugh.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, oh my God, are you all right?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
But
get up,
that's common though, and that's what happens, you know. But I think it's because you grow up with that thick skin,
You know,
like from a young age.
I think the other thing is like we're trained in it because if you look back at, you know, we have all those comedians, those famous comedians, Bigillo and all these, you know, all these guys. So we have those falikos and that.
Yeah.
So that's who we are.
Yeah.
We as a people can laugh at ourselves.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think that's why when people do our skits and that, we laugh. We're not offended because we've been watching it all our lives.
That's it.
Hey,
Or
you know
it's
what I mean?
happened to us.
Yeah,
you know.
we know.
Yeah.
And see, when my dad watches all this old YouTube videos and that.
Yeah.
He laughs like it's his first time he's ever
Yeah,
watched it.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Because he knows the situation.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why we laugh.
That's it.
So that's why it's funny when people that's why I don't get why our people are starting to get offended at the skits now.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. Well,
I mean,
you know,
because
I
if
hope
you're
they're
able
not.
to laugh
They
at yourself,
call us out on it because we were brought up on this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it. 100%.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's funny because it reminds me of this one. You know, I knew my dad had that kind of humor because I don't know if you watched this because Friday back in the days, Martin.
Yeah.
Martin used to come on.
Yo.
And so my dad, I think he was in the lounge with me and my brother, and I think it was my other brother John, and it's the episode where he has he got beaten up by Bushwick Bill, who's the one from Ghetto Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the one where he gets beaten up. So he goes to take karate lessons.
Yeah.
From this guy called Dragonfly Jones. And I don't know if you've seen the skit, hopefully we can post it up later. And so it is the funniest, so Martin's playing out the character Dragonfly Jones.
Yeah.
And he just does all this dancing and all that. And I remember my dad, he was laughing louder than us.
Yeah.
You know? And I knew, that's when I went, oh, okay, that's right. Because I think Islanders, very a lot more physical comedies. To us, eh?
Yeah.
Because if you look at all the old things, you know, he's boying him on the head or acting like you know. And I just remember that's when I knew, oh, okay, every time I know I got a sense of what my dad's humour is, and then I got a sense of all my uncles and that what makes them laugh.
Yeah.
You know, because when they're watching, like when my dad's youngest brother comes, because he comes most Saturdays, that's all they do.
Yeah.
They watch news from somewhere and old follicles from back in the day.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Like, because my nana, you know, she used to love watching wrestling.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And, you know, she used to laugh, like, you know, by her uckers and everything, man. But, like, us as kids, we were like, man, this is the, you know, wrestling match. You know, there's nothing funny about it. But to her,
that's
you know, she knows,
it's that humor. Eh?
That's it.
They laugh at these falling down,
getting
punched, getting punched.
Exactly.
That kind of physical comedy.
The tricks of it. Eh?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right, because that's like my auntie. She loves wrestling.
Yeah.
And she loves that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like she's the one that if someone falls over, she'll laugh.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, don't laugh at that.
Yeah.
You know? But then I go, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And man, like, I hope our culture doesn't get to that point where, you know, it's like, cancel it out.
It's funny because we've probably like for the last 20 minutes we've talked about humor, island humor and that, and I don't think we sorted any one thing out. I think we just exposed everything, eh? Like, I think we just got to the root of why we laugh at certain things, or why we're the root of Samoan, for me.
I think we just laugh at stupidity, you know?
Or we just laugh at what should be laughed at.
Yeah.
And what sometimes shouldn't be laughed at.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. But, like, it's not, you know, like, I'm not laughing at you because you broke your neck.
Yeah. That's the one thing I don't get, is when, when I see, when people, like, I saw this, when you have those big fails, you see the man running into the lake and it's frozen.
Yeah.
I was going, ooh.
Yeah.
But, boom, I was watching someone at work and they were, I'm sorry. I'm like, man, I could have broke his neck, man, And, like, things like that. I don't, for humor, that's what I mean. Like, what have we touched on, really? So that humor is so broad.
Like, like, in America, like, African-American comedy, right? Like, they know, like, when they see, like, stunts like that, and they'll straight off the cuff, man, these white folk, man, they some crazy ass, man. I ain't having a bar of it and blah, blah, blah.
They talk about that when you see them walking up to tigers and all that.
Yeah.
When the alligators.
Exactly.
Yeah. I see something, I'm turning my back and I'm running.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm exactly the same. I ain't hanging around. I'm not going to try and talk to the tiger. Yeah, that's why I always see when I see like friends and family, when they go to Thailand, they're with the tiger. I'm like, at any point, tiger's gonna turn tiger. And I don't want to be that.
If that tiger ain't sedated,
Yeah.
I'm taking no photos, man.
They better be stuffed. A stuffed tiger if you want me to come and put him out. Because and I feel for them because it's awkward, like they're leaning off the tiger. But there's like a blade of hair is the only thing that's touching the tiger's there.
Yeah.
This would be me, man. Oh, yeah. Hurry up, man.
As soon as you see the ears flinchy, and then. But I mean, like that's like same with that ice incident. Some people are like, "Shucks, is he all right?"
Yeah.
And then you
Some
get the
people
guys.
fall off the chair.
Yeah. But it's
Like the video you had of the guy on the swinging around in the bar and he flies off the cliff. Was that real?
I don't know. Someone sent that into me,
Yeah.
and I thought of it straight away.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
That was funny, man.
Right, and I was like,
You're bang on with your last cafe.
oh man, that was good. Like that lockdown moment, man.
Gave you a lot of time to do those.
Yeah, gave me a lot of time to think too.
So have you got any other, what's coming up for you?
Man, like, so I've got like a lot of things coming up, really, but it's just time. It's not my friend at the moment. I've opened myself up to collaborations and stuff like that, and I've reached out and people have reached out to me. Like my clothing line as well, that's been held back. But yeah, like I've got a lot of things on my plate. It's just time. I needed to be best friends with me, man.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, just trying to balance stuff out with work and trying to get this thing popped off.
Well, you're
and
working
family.
there as well, you've got.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Like because I don't feel like I'm missing out, but like watching other people do their thing, it's cool, man. But like when I'm at work and I'm watching these, man,
I can do that.
yeah,
I've got. I
like,
had something like that.
yeah, and but like I'm happy for them. Like it's all laughs anyway at the end of the day. But I've got some stuff coming up. Yeah, so just like I've got it all written down because the thing is, when I'm driving like from job to job, like I'll see like a guy cross the road and I'll go, man, that's a good skit, and it's just from a guy crossing the road. So like I'll write it all down. So I've got like a whole bunch of stuff just written down, just ready to put to camera.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully you get some time to punch them out.
Well, what? So 651. He's got a mix coming up. Is it
Yo,
tomorrow?
man. Like, have you guys seen the
I
list?
saw the 90s
Saw the
one.
list.
Man,
I saw you
it's just
comment
like
on it.
track after
Yeah,
track, man.
And the cool thing is, there's a lot of. If you listen to all the 90s mixes on SoundCloud,
Yeah,
they're pretty much using the same catalog of songs.
yeah.
And I saw some of the songs he had in there. I was like, man, these are gems. Like
Bro.
people don't know about because we're listening to the same mixes.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
All these mixes are the same songs but different orders. Just with extra beep beep beep.
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely,
And,
man.
That also doesn't. He's
Like the way he mixes man, it's just like I said, it was like banger after banger. Like he mixed like what was it? His
I don't hear Smoking Me Out,
yeah, Smoking Me Out. Yeah.
but it was mixed out of. What was it Bangfugs?
Shucks.
Was it Mariah Carey?
I'm not too
That
sure.
was the Mariah Carey Bone Folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was mixed into Smoking Me Out, eh?
I think so.
But man, he
remember
done
that.
the same for the Moonlight mixtape.
Yeah.
Like that was all the slow jams.
Oh yeah, man. Like
And
he's got songs on there. Like I like it because you don't hear them enough on the other mixes.
Nah, that's it. Yeah, like
So
he
he's
finds
kinda-
a way to put those gems, like you
That's
said.
right. Like it's he's helping you discover. Like you
Yeah.
think 90s music. Well, this other
Yeah,
track
that's it,
here was
man.
one of those.
Yeah,
Instead of you listening to, because the cool thing is that because our generation, us, we'll buy that 90s track.
yo,
But he's probably got he's got a big following because of the other music and because of the how he DJs it up at Trilogy.
Trilogy Orange.
So he's got that crowd as well.
Yeah.
And he's kind of teaching them. Oh, I know you know about Monica, but
Yeah.
did you know about Warren G, Smokey Meow?
Yo.
Did you know about this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce you. And
Yeah.
teach
That's
you.
it.
Let's go to class and teach you a lesson.
100%, man.
Music, you know?
Like that guy has a good way of like getting you in the feels, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I always message him, man. I tell him, man, I don't say this enough, but this is on.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember when you first came, this first episode of us, and when he talked about how he incorporates his knowledge of how his family was in the band, his dad and his uncles in that,
Yeah.
and how they mix, and he was incorporating that stuff, the
Yeah.
band stuff, into his mixing.
Yeah.
That's when I went, "Whoa, man,
Yeah.
that's another
Yeah.
level, man.
Bro.
You're the
And
man."
that's what sets him apart from the rest,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
thinking like that. Who else would, think like that?
Mm.
But because he's had that experience with him and his family, coming up through that, man, that's why he's got that title, the Remix King, man.
I saw Milton, saw DJ Smooth.
Yeah.
He wrote a comment like, "Man, the smooth transitions are like awesome."
Yeah.
I was like, "Man," because when we had him on that first time, and he was talking about how he looked up to Milton,
Milton,
and all
yeah.
those guys, and just to have Milton acknowledge that. And
Yeah.
we used to talk about Milton being
Yeah.
when he came to mixes, he was the man.
Shucks,
And
yeah.
for him to acknowledge, Eddie like that, fuck,
Bro. Like,
That's the cool
to have
thing
any
about
of those
mix,
guys, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you had a smooth mixtape or, a 651 mixtape in your car, bro, you were the number one, bro.
My mate Bucky, like he had the CDs, and I gave him a few blanks a couple of years ago. Still crickets, mate. Thank you, Bucky Tola. He's like, "Nah, sorry, don't worry about it, bro. I got him." He had them on his computer or something like that. Nothing,
Yeah.
And you know what? If I was Bucky, I'd do the same too. You know what? Because that's if you've got, like you said, if you've still got them, there's old mixes and that, bro.
Yeah, bro,
You don't want to be handing those out.
that's it, man. Hard out.
Because you got them up your sleeve.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
you play those. And go, oh, this guy. Hey, I want to try and go.
I don't want to be that guy, but I'm that guy, man.
Hey,
Yeah. Sorry, can I have one of your mixes? Oh, so I don't know how to do this.
yeah. So you have police? Nah, sorry. That's the thing. Yeah, the police over mine. Oh, wow, honest for
I don't know how to do it, but you're gonna hit up my also 651 and buy it off from
yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, that's that's the one thing. We're all lucky. The last time we had him on, and he sent us some of his, some of his mixes and that. Man, I had my nephew and his boys come over, and I played.
Yeah.
I was the cool uncle for a little bit, and I think they wanted to start doing some TikToks or something like that. Nah,
Man.
but
But that's
those mixes, they're me, man. And that's the thing about 651 is.
Yeah.
This music,
Like
is,
it gets you in the feels, man. Like it's either you want to drink or it's good clean up music.
Yeah. Hard out. Yeah, man. There's no substitute for good sounds, man.
Yeah, boy.
I was thinking the other night, man, I should go take a visit to Trilogy.
Yeah.
Just listen to some jams, but 11 o'clock, man, I'm just yawning. Oh, man.
The time when I had my nephew and his boys over, it was his birthday, and he goes, "Oh, let's go. Where are you going? Oh, we're going Trilogy." I think that's for people under 35 there. He goes, no, it's all right. You'll be all right. But, honestly, and I knew it. I said, no, I'm good. I had a good drink with you and your boys.
Yeah.
Your boys are funny. You're going to have a good night. I said, nah, come, we'll shut you a few drinks. I said, nah, I just know my place.
Yeah.
I know my place, man.
Boy, and you're absolutely right. Like they had a function up in Kelston. A few of the old Kelston boys, and Wayno. Who was the other boys? Eddie was
Workshop?
there. Yeah, Workshop.
Yeah.
They had a function there, and some of the family said, "Oh man, come down." And I was like, "Oh man, this is kind of not my scene anymore,"
Yeah.
But like when I found out that the boys were playing, I was like, "All right, I'll come down and support the boys in that." And I went there and grabbed me some beers in that. and I just felt myself like stuck to the wall, eh?
Oh, yeah.
And I was looking around, and I was going, man, I feel out of place.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like the goinga here. And I was
Yeah.
like, man.
I don't mind if we're all together.
Yeah.
That would be cool because whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm that uncle now.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just
Yo.
sitting in the corner looking at the.
Yeah.
Wait, you're 40, might be. You know,
Yo.
I'm that guy now.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who just rather drink on the table,
Yeah.
have our beers and have a laugh.
Yeah.
You know, looking at everyone else. And I remember that's what I said to him. I was like, mate, what am I going to do there?
Yeah.
Just come and dance. So, firstly, I don't have the TikTok fingers.
Secondly, when have you known me to dance, all
Yeah,
right?
that's right. But it's, I guess now you got to not know your role, but just know where you're comfortable, man.
Yeah.
I would have loved to go to, workshop because I know they always have mean gigs up there, eh?
Bro.
But I'm not, everyone's going to be at the front.
Yeah.
I'll be somewhere situated close to the bar and
Yeah.
have a nice little table there, eh?
I think the G Brook boys.
Yeah.
They're
That's
the
their mate.
locals.
Yeah.
So they're the resident DJs there.
So that's Mike Mayu and there,
Yeah.
right, DJ Mike?
Man, and they're on,
Yeah.
man.
Well, man, that's cool because that's how they're getting these guys there.
Yeah.
You know,
Hard out.
they have their Sunday sessions
Yep.
and they had Matthew there for a while. Eh?
Yeah, they did.
Did you ever make it out to one? See, that's my kind of thing.
Yeah, so
That'd be my thing, yeah.
My lunchtime.
Sunday.
Daytime afternoon.
Yeah.
Have a few,
Yeah.
Go home.
a few
so
Coronas.
we saw Manchu there when the boys were playing up there.
Yeah.
So he came down for a visit and that just to support the boys. And man, that was cool, like seeing one of the OGs, Like, bro, watching him walk through, and everyone just going, to the Manchu's here, Manchu.
hey.
Man, bro, that was a buzz, man. It was
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, like, they need more spots like that in West Auckland, man.
Well, I think workshop. That is. I know it's getting.
Yeah. It's
I haven't
bringing
seen-
in.
Yeah, I haven't seen any gigs lately. But when I heard that, because I know my nephew and his partner and a few of their friends, they went to that,
Yeah.
and they'll posting up videos and so it looked.
Bro, it was on, man.
Yeah.
Like it made me feel young again, So I stepped a few meters away from the wall,
Right.
started join the.
I don't know how these people that run bars still don't get it. Entertainment brings people in.
Exactly.
That's
It's
it,
entertainment.
man.
It's not the bar itself.
Yeah.
I mean, when the game's showing,
That's it, man.
it's entertainment.
Yeah.
Like you want, man.
And like from what they were charging at the bar, they would have made a killing, man.
That's right.
But that bar was like full constantly,
If it's not a live band, they didn't have a DJ there.
Yeah.
It's just entertainment.
And I know that they're a bit cheaper than like the Black Salts and all the hang up bars.
They
and that, eh?
had deals like buy a bucket
right.
of beer for like 25.
Coronas, eh? I know that they have
something
those.
like that.
Yeah.
or $30. Man, and like there were buckets everywhere. Or like RTDs. They had deals.
Yeah.
And like they had good deals. The people performing, bro, good atmosphere, the vibe there, bro, was all on. It was
There was no drama.
bro,
Because sometimes you can feel something's going
it
to
was a
happen.
concoction for bloody good time, man.
Yeah. Nah, you hope.
Fingers crossed they keep it up.
I hope so.
I hope they can keep bringing those kind of people in, eh?
Like, I hope they do that too. Like, what's that place in Central Park?
Hangover.
Hangar. Because
Oh, Tricks Bar.
where's that place? I've never heard of the place.
Hangar Bar's the perfect place. They've got the potential.
It is,
Bro,
but
it is,
They just
man.
don't have the vision.
it's just
I
too
think.
expensive.
And their vision, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, they just rely on games to be on. And that's the only time it's crowded, really, or Friday. Friday afternoon.
After
Yeah.
work drinks.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
everyone.
Well, it is, eh? It is now. It is that place. Like if you go past, if I finish work and I drive through there, all you'll see is hivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like orange and blue,
Yeah.
or yellow and blue.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Because that's what Bill. Well, but you want to go for a cold beer after.
yeah.
But that's all you see. And then if you drive past 9 o'clock, mate, Jack,
Yeah.
all these people, they were drinking there. They go across the road to the liquor store. They pick up a box and they go home.
Yeah, that's
Because
it.
you can afford to drink there for 2 hours, but you can't afford to drink there for 3 hours.
You can't chew in your box money.
Yeah, that's right.
After
Because you're doing the maths.
Exactly, 100%.
You're doing like this. Okay, so I've had 4 drinks. And that's $10 a drink. I could have bought 2 boxes by now. So I'm gonna, you're doing that. And
Absolutely,
then when you
bro.
get to the $50 market, like, look, I'm gonna blow the budget for the week. I'm going over there.
Guys,
I'll give you.
let's carry this on
Yeah,
into the car park.
There you go like this. Suddenly, we'll just go back to
Bro,
you go, oh, sorry, are you sure? Yeah, no, it's better over there, man. But in your head, hey, man, I've already shot enough rounds. I've bought enough jugs here. I can't afford any more, mate, and I'm not willing to fork out another
bro,
$50.
100%, man.
That's the only reason why they go off. If they were decent prices, man,
Yeah,
people would be staying there.
yeah.
But
We'll do some deals, man,
Yeah. That's why I feel sorry. Like, this is one time we went there. I think it was me and Sam. I think it was you as well. Oh no, it was after we went after the basketball. Hey, and we saw there was a crowd of them. They were all builders, and I think some of them knew Austin and that. And bro, and I looked at their table,
That's
and
right.
everyone was going and buying jugs and that. And then I saw the boss go, like, "That's enough." Hey, because the bully must have looked at the thing and said, "Oh mate, this is going to cost me like a tiny little sum. Eh? This guy's getting pretty excited now, And then after that, they were, and the same thing, everyone done the same dance. So we were going after this. Because the boss just yanked this card, and you've probably already spent about $50 at the place, and you've only bought four drinks. So it's funny because it was like a hive of activity, and then.
Bro.
There's some tumbleweed that's coming through the middle here,
what about the alcohol prices on the Uber Eats? Man, it's expensive.
So it's $80 for a box of Coronas, eh?
Yeah.
I remember Hen sent it to me. $80.
For
18.
I saw a Heineken for 12 pack is $45 for 12 pack. Shit.
Bro,
You know what?
that's highway robbery, man.
Hold up. You know what we need to do? We just need to do like what Puna done, and just have a black market. And
Right.
just be that guy, eh? We'll just buy buy a pallet,
Yo.
and then go, sorry. And when people go, bro, the liquor stores are closed. Bro, I know a guy.
Yeah.
And
I
what's
know
his
what made of
markup?
a
What's
mate.
his markup? So his markup's $10, and he'll drop it off.
Yeah.
Bro, there's money to be made, man. Because that's a rip-off.
It is, man.
Bro, when you go, sorry, it's $80 for a box of 18. Because, we were all cracking up. My mate Tony texted me, and then me and Hens were looking at it at work. And we were like, this was a Friday or something. And he goes, bro, should we just Uber some beers and that? And we looked at it. I went, oh, mate, there better be some cold lime in there or something. Hey, there'd be lime.
That's double the price,
That's
man.
it. Hey, that's how ridiculous it is. So, so we said, like, the alternative is you just buy them like off Countdown, delivery.
Yeah.
That's the only other place you can at least get it with your whākau or something.
Bro, man,
That's sad, eh?
you gotta be like pissed off your face to go, nah, the Royals.
Yeah.
Just get it.
That's it.
You know?
That's what they're banking on, eh? They're banking on that guy. You being that guy. So, are you sure? Are you sure? So they order free. But
Honestly,
that's all
man,
right. And then
bro.
you wake up in the morning,
That's it.
and go, oh man,
Yeah.
it's been 100.
Just wake up in the morning, wonder why you're sleeping in the garden. Have a look across in the garden, and all your clothes are laying out there.
Here we go, $50 for 15 Heineken.
That's without the delivery.
Yeah, without delivery.
Far out.
Bro, even that's an arm and a leg, man.
I
You can get a box and a hot bottle for that.
$49 for 12 Coronas.
Yeah. See, $49, $50, man. That's $20 more, eh?
Yeah.
And that's not including the fee.
Far out,
I guess
man.
the issue I think they might have is a safety issue. You know what I mean? You go to deliver the alcohol,
Yeah.
and someone doesn't like either you took too long,
Yeah.
or Yeah, they don't.
Oh, okay, like-
you think about
yeah.
it, it's on its way, and you go, mate, I just paid $80 for beers.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to take it out on the guy who's going to come drop it off. What the hell took you so? You know, I guess there is a risk factor. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
there
thinking.
is,
Because
yeah.
if you're that guy, because you know, if you've seen the people that drop off your Uber Eats.
Yeah.
You know, if you're
I've never used Uber Eats. I've never used.
oh,
Yeah.
well, 5-star rating tells me I'm frequent user of those.
But it sounds like the last few Uber Eats been eating some of your
You know, they've been,
some of your mare, eh?
well, nah, they've been really good.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, there's a danger because it's alcohol now.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember what time they're delivering it. You know?
Yeah.
Is there a cut-off time? Because, you know, you don't want to go to a place and then...
I think there was a limit.
They were doing that before, weren't they? Before Uber,
I
Uber
mean, there
alcohol.
was a service there, but
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone...
There was an 0800 number that you would ring.
Oh.
It was
I
like
think Liquor King did it.
dial a beer or something,
Yeah.
Oh.
and they would come and drop it off for you, but they had nothing to do with the alcohol stores.
Oh.
It was like their own business.
Oh, okay. I guess, yeah. That would be safer. But I just want to see, you know what, I'm going to give it a couple of months and see how it goes. Because whether they'll drop the prices, because
Yeah,
that's
well,
quite expensive. That is a markup that's
well,
it's pretty
yeah,
stupid. You know.
but
But
I
I
know,
mean-
in their eyes, I guess you can't put a price on safety.
You know, we say that, but I've ordered a $40 combo from Wendy's. So I can't be talking about, oh mate, that's expensive.
So I
Because you
can't-
know what?
Yeah.
I order it when I'm hungry,
yeah.
and I don't want to be sitting on a Friday night and like, oh, I really could really do for another 12 pack.
Now they get you away because now I order Uber Eats and they get you. It's the convenience you're paying for.
That's right.
I mean, there's times where I think, nah, I save money, I'll just go there. Nah.
Yeah.
Man, I can't
What
do that. No, like that doesn't sit right with me. I can't get like Uber Eats and then it's like, you know, a $20 to $25 markup. That doesn't sit right with me. I'll soon get in the car and go and get it myself.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's 11:30 at night or, you know, midnight, whatever. You know, I that just doesn't seem right to me.
Well, yeah, because you haven't experienced.
Yeah, probably.
You say that now.
No, it's good. It's good. It's
But
good.
you-
It's
honestly-
good. You don't do that, and I advise not to.
You know,
Well,
if
don't-
I was
not-
pissed,
don't
you know,
think
I'd
they
sooner
haven't.
knock out than bloody,
Yeah.
you know.
But you know, there's nothing like, because the thing is, you order it and then you just watch it. You know, it's the little bell. Like, come on, man, hurry up. You're 5 minutes away, 5 minutes.
Tell me, why don't you go this way, man? Where you went the long way?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Wait, just come straight up Swanson. Come straight up Swanson, man. I'm hungry. And then you just sit there and just wait for this.
See, that's
Yes.
yeah.
Hey, I noticed you took Swanson Road.
Yeah.
Any explanation for that?
You went up Dunbuck, you went up Glen Road. That's a minute too long for my fry skin here. Because they're probably a minute colder because of the way you took. Let's sharpen up our game, you know.
I just don't understand why you went down Luanda and then come back round.
When we had I remember when we had Victor on from Epic Eats, and they were going to get out of doing menu log
Yeah.
because they didn't want their food to be like, especially their fries, didn't want it to be soft by the time it gets to the.
Yeah,
They wanted you to come order it there.
Yeah.
And so you can have
Yeah.
them fresh, see
Yeah,
them
yeah.
fresh.
See, that's a standard thing, eh? That's quality.
yeah. Hard up.
And that's a reflection of why they were so popular
Yeah.
such a short time.
Mm.
So this, you know, so it's unfortunate that they've had to close up shop. I saw on Facebook, there were someone giving away fridges and that, and I clicked on it, and I think it was the fridges and that from Epic Eats.
Oi,
Yeah.
shucks.
So I wanted to, you know, I was going to talk to you later about. So hopefully Victor and them are all right because
Oh, they actually had to shut up shop.
they've shut up shop. You know. Hope I'm not. Yeah.
That was so
not
good
wrong,
though.
but- yeah, that's what I mean. But
was
I know that I think was he having some health issues?
That's what it said on the post.
Yeah, that's what they said. So they've
I
closed
think there
up.
was having some health
Yeah.
issues.
Oh, okay.
They closed up.
Yeah.
But I was under the impression they were going to open again later on, but They're selling their fridges. Damn.
Yeah, it was something like that. I remember seeing it. And then I saw them, and then I looked at the background and went, I'm pretty sure that's the Epic Eats store.
Yeah.
Mm.
Man,
So-
because like I've told somebody about it, about Epic Eats, and now that's their regular, and they tell everybody.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But man, I didn't know that they closed up.
Yeah. They closed up. They never. So when they closed up before Christmas, they never reopened.
All right.
Yeah, they were aiming for Feb, eh? Was it mid-Feb? Because they had they had a Christian camp, and they had a
Yeah.
lot of
Catering jobs.
catering jobs, because that
Yeah.
was their
Yeah.
money maker, and that's what they loved doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then unfortunately, that Epic Eats came out of COVID.
Yeah.
As a side gig.
Yeah.
And
So they're still doing catering?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hopefully, hopefully they're all right. We'll have to get them in again.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So, and see how they are. But
Just had a TV series coming out.
yeah, that's right.
They had Stallone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
was a
right.
good friend.
Oh, yes,
He's
yes,
a good
that's
friend of
right.
Victor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a film TV show.
They
a
showed
reality.
us it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I remember
Yeah.
it was on like a Saturday morning. They came through, eh?
Yeah. Oh, did they?
Well, like I remember coming in afterwards and saying that you guys were saying, oh yeah, they got this video.
Oh
coming out and blah,
yeah,
blah.
that's right. Yeah. So they did show us that.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Yeah. And it was quite funny because it would have been awesome to see, because Victor's such an out there person. He would have been perfect for TV.
Yeah,
Because he was quite honest, and he wasn't scared to say anything. Like, he said what was on his mind, and
Yeah.
people like that, they're made for television.
bro, 100%, man.
people,
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Yeah, man. Mate, what are we ticking on now at the moment?
Well, just over 3 hours.
Oh,
Surely.
that's a E180 VHS tape there. That's how I learned what 3 hours was.
Yeah,
you know?
same.
Hey, and then what was there's a 240
180s.
E120.
I only got the 180s.
Yeah. That's the one when I used to go to my mum. Like,
It used to
when there
be always where where the chocolates are in the counter.
was yeah.
There's always the videos there.
That's right.
I was and there's a program on TV.
Yeah.
Put on the trolley, and Mum was like, "Oh, what's on? Oh, there's a movie on the tape."
Yeah. Well, us, we would have to work for it. Or or not work, or like, okay, oh, Mum, can we record, we've already taped over 50 million other.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, yeah, we'll do this, do that, do your fit else. And then me and my brother would just fung us straight up,
Yo,
pack and save.
Yeah,
Man.
Same,
get
bro.
a 180.
Yeah, or just get a free pack. They'll be on a special sometimes,
Yo.
$20 or something. Yeah, also we've got enough. Yep.
You know what's my highlight? Writing the words on the sticker.
You know what's funny?
On the-
They never had enough letters to make
Yeah.
a word.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on, man! Like, at least have 4 A's and the A's, So you just write in and then put the letters into the menu, and then just have
Yeah.
an E and an A and write out the rest, man.
And then I remember like pausing the movie at the title, and then try to copy the exact font
Yeah.
on the video. I remember that SummerSlam '88.
Oh, bro!
I taped
Right.
it and
We
I
done that.
got the yellow marker and
Yeah,
did
yeah.
the SummerSlam.
Bro.
Made it like the SummerSlam.
Oh,
logo.
mate! My cousin Uffy, my brother, my cousin Uffy. We went to his house once, and he had the whole drawer of WrestleMania and SummerSlam. So like first match.
yeah.
Jimmy Snuka of his thing, he had written it out
Oh,
on the
on
cover.
the-
So he just
Far
had
out.
he went to the finish, they
Yeah.
And he got them and read out the bro.
Far
And I
out.
went, you win, bro. You're my kind of man, bro. You're a brother for life, man. He had ripped
Man.
them all out, man.
Yo.
I thought, bro, that's what it's about. Yeah.
I remember we had a tape of Over the Top, and bro, I watched it in and out like religiously, man. And then I think my auntie recorded over it with Young and the Restless. Bro, man, that was the first time I swore in my auntie's face.
Oh yeah.
But I think I was like 7,
Yeah.
bro, and I was just like, "You bitch." Fuck, man. Bro, that pissed me off, man. Like, it still hurts today, man.
yeah.
Like, the amount of times I could have watched it. Bro.
Well, that's it. Like, you've got to, the hard thing is keeping track of what's on.
That's it, man.
And then when that long play option came in, when you could turn a 3-hour tape to 6-hour tape, I was like, whoa, what is this? That's when I knew we were behind. When, like, someone said, oh, bro, just put on long play. I was, what's that?
Yeah, that was a new Black Diamond.
Oh,
When
they're
the
like,
Black Diamond.
they're like, don't you have that option on yours? Don't I have that option? My remote's got a wire that's connected to the back of the video. You tell me how old that is, homie. But yeah, bro, I never, when I saw people who like go to people's houses, they got the Black Diamond. Whoa. Sorry then.
Even the color black was
Yeah.
new, eh?
Well,
Black video recorder. Damn.
That's
black.
right.
Yeah.
If you had a silver one,
Yeah.
The civil one,
Yeah.
man.
Bro, you mean the ones that come from the top? Put your tip in there and then close it down.
Those ones, they were only at school libraries.
Word.
nah, man, those are good days, man. You gotta thank your parents, man.
But we had that and the TV that had some cabinets.
Oh,
Yeah.
me. Oh,
So
me.
You could cover the screen.
Yeah.
Bro, it was like a full-on box, man. It was about
Yeah.
this big.
I remember those,
It was
man.
long. Had cabinets.
Yeah.
And it had the dials, for to change the channel kind of thing. Or tune them in.
Yeah. Oh, man, I figured that out early, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
If it was fuzzy.
Yeah.
Bro, it's like you're trying to like break one of those a safe, like just get one of those things like that. You're trying to break,
And the static will always be the same before the picture comes up.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you'll know
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
when
yeah.
the picture's going to come up.
Yeah. That's why when you got those videos and they had the auto tuning.
Yeah.
Bro, and just sit there and it just goes through the channel. Yeah. Oh, Max TV. Yeah, me, bro. Oh, Juice TV's in there.
Were hard. And then you started getting your DVDs from Candy. Sorry?
I have no idea what these what you're referring to there. Just National Geographic ones.
Yep.
Great
Absolutely,
documentaries.
Okay, man.
Man.
Have a good week, brother.
You too,
Thanks
man,
for coming
bro.
in, man.
So
3
good.
hours.
Good to be back, man.
Hard out.
Man.
When was the last time we had you on?
Oh,
No,
we're going back months now.
It was with
Regan, I think.
Yeah, with Regan, eh?
Yeah, that
was
would've
the
been-
last one.
Yeah.
Far out, just the norms too, man. His stuff, man, at the moment, eh?
Bro, blowing up,
I'm
man.
just trying to figure out where that guy gets the time.
Bro, that guy's just going from like level to level to level, man. And like, bro, so good, man. That guy's like a brain box, man. He's a master of his own craft.
His latest producing was the KFC video with Boom Bullet.
Oh, yeah.
Check that out. It was funny.
Bro.
Oh, bro.
That's a
I
crack
love,
up.
that. I watched the video.
Just the Norm's not in it, but he produced.
Yeah.
you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah, you've got to watch it. It's on Boom Bullets.
It reminded me of those Dave Chappelle ones when he did like R. Kelly.
Yeah, there's all of one there.
Yeah.
You know the thing is,
Those
you
were the
laugh at
best.
Boom Bullet because they're like, you remember how Regan said, that's not really him?
Yeah.
So he knows. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a professional troll, really.
Yeah.
'Cause if Regan's saying that that's not his character,
Yeah.
he's just playing a character.
Yeah.
But if he's doing that, he does it well.
Bro,
because
100%,
that song
man.
is, bro, when you get the chance, you're gonna laugh.
Oh, man,
It's
cool.
my idea, bro.
Yeah?
The last bit, the over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta
Have
watch
a
it.
jam.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nah, man, good to have you back, bro.
Bro, it's good to be back, man. Always good to jump on with the boys. But, yeah. Thanks for having me on.
Sweet.
Sweet, brother.
Let's go.
Oh, hang on. Your Warriors.
Wow.
What?
Bro.
Is this the season?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know we were going to close up, but I just
Yeah.
want-
I'm going to
Is
say
this
it.
the season?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I have faith in our boys. Like, just like every team, have a few teething problems, but
Yeah.
like I believe we're gonna come through and, we're we're gonna do the deeds, man.
Because they looked all right, eh? That last game,
Bro, even are you
seen
talking
that
about the
phenomenal-
Roosters game?
the Roosters game.
Yeah, I 100% believe they did pretty good. You know,
Oh,
like
they could've-
considering.
Yeah, there's that one soft try, but they were in that game,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
after half
absolutely.
time, what happened?
And even like the games before, man. Like
Yeah, they were
I still-
always
Yeah.
the Canberra game, the way.
Yeah, that camera game was great, man. Like,
Yeah.
what a comeback, man. That was my all-time high, man. But on that, did you guys catch the that NRL thing on Jason Tamalolo?
Oh, the State of Origin thing?
Yeah, the State of Origin thing.
I didn't think
360.
you should.
Yeah,
I-
on
I-
360.
Oh, what the talk about it or
Yeah, the talk about it.
Well, I didn't. I saw it on YouTube. I saw the title, Kinsey and someone
Yeah.
gets heated,
Bro, they're going at each other,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
but I never actually watched it.
Yeah, that's
But my issue, what is your stance on that?
so I totally went left. You know, like what they said about, like, you know, in the 70s there was like 2% Pacific Islanders playing, and then in the 2000s there was 25%. Now there's 50% Pacific Islanders playing for the NRL. Blah blah. That had nothing to do with, you know,
State of-
state of origin
Yeah.
or the game itself or blah blah blah. You know, and I was going, man, this is coming from. But I understand where like Kent's coming from. You know, like if you've made rules to say, like, if you play for this club, blah blah blah, then you know that's it.
Yeah.
You can't go elsewhere because you've pledged your allegiance to this team. You know.
He's trying to avoid saying like he doesn't want it to be an all-star game.
Yeah, pretty much.
And choose your side.
Yeah,
You actually have to be from there
yeah,
because the guy that's from Queensland or New South Wales
yeah.
This is out.
misses spot. Because
Yeah, that's it. And Mal Meninga said the same thing. Like, he was saying Tamalolo wouldn't be great to play for Queensland because he doesn't know what it's like to be born there and, you know, grow up, you know, being a Queenslander.
To counter that, Ben Seal's from New Zealand,
Yeah,
and he played for Queensland.
yeah,
You know, Tyson Frizzell's, I think it's him. He's from down the line. You know, some of these Tamo,
yeah,
you know, they're all New
Yeah.
Zealand born.
yeah.
The only issue now they have is because Tamalolo went and played for Tonga
Well,
and played. and
I think it's
he
where you
played
play
for
your
the
first club game.
He played for the Kiwis first. I don't think you can have anyone that's played for the Kiwis go and play Origin. That's
Yeah.
for me. That's wrong
Yeah.
because you've already
Yeah.
played.
Yeah,
You've played in another country before.
You can be
Yeah.
you can be eligible, but
Yeah.
it depends where you go.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You want to
Yeah.
go to play
'Cause-
Fiji or Tonga, then that's fine.
That's
but
right.
you can't
Origin's
go back.
like the stepping stone for the Kangaroos. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So if you're Kangaroos, you want that stepping stone
yeah.
Right.
because you want to have the best team to represent your
Yeah.
country.
You've got to filter your team.
And so for him to play for the Kiwis and then
Go to Tonga,
Go-
then play for.
for Queensland and then get picked for Kangaroos.
Yeah.
It's like the All Blacks. They pick from the Super Rugby teams
Yeah.
that you're from New Zealand. Like I mean, you're
Yeah,
You're
your
affiliated
grassroots
to-
rugby.
you're affiliated with New Zealand Rugby. I mean, if you've got English blood, you can go play for England if you want. But
Oh yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
All Blacks pick their players from Super Rugby.
yeah,
Yeah. And I know, and I think I think it's right.
yeah,
I know people will probably say, you know, we're wrong, but the thing is, that's their thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We support it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Queensland because you know we feel
Yeah.
affiliated to it, but it doesn't mean we're going to go.
I
It
think-
doesn't mean that it takes away from the fact that we love the
Yeah.
Kiwis in that. And I know that it's unfair on any person that had aspirations of playing for Queensland, and that Jason comes and he takes a spot.
yeah,
Because then that sets a precedent. Because everyone else will go.
Yeah.
You know what? The other guys that have played for Tonga, you know, the Tours, or you know, if
Yeah.
they make it, if they're good enough, what if they
Yeah.
go? You know, what? I want to play for Queensland too. You know,
Yeah.
it's unfair on those guys.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
if I was a Kangaroo, if I was an Australian, like you said, State of Origin is like a trial.
yeah,
It's like a trial for the best players. You're
Yeah.
getting the best players from two states,
yeah,
and you get to filter out who's the best player.
yeah.
You
Play
take
for
one, hey,
Play for Kangaroos.
that's
Yeah.
right. You bring in these other guys,
Yeah.
you're missing out on spotting these talents.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and that's a great thing because you're only choosing from 2 fullbacks or
Yeah.
2 centers.
The best.
Or, that's the best of the best
Of
you
your
know?
local talent.
Yeah.
Hey, that's right. So and that's the reason why we don't, as All Blacks, we don't have a lot of people coming from overseas.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
we want, at the end of the day, Super Rugby's there, so we can
Yeah.
pick you to come play for the All
Well,
Blacks.
eligibility.
We don't pick
As you
from
said.
someone playing in France.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have that.
Yeah.
That's why we do.
But
what we
they've
do.
made it a lot harder in rugby to be eligible to play for, All Blacks or something like that.
Yeah.
Or to switch codes and
No,
then to
they've made it harder for you to switch countries.
countries. Yeah.
I know there's a stand down period now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, because I know
I thought it was just the no, isn't there
You
just a
can go
loophole?
from-
The Olympic game loophole. Because because there's a loophole, the Olympic Games. Now they've got rugby sevens in Olympic Games.
if you play
You,
for
you, there's no rule to say you can't play for any country you want in Olympic Games. But then once you do, you're eligible to play come back
for the 15s.
to come back 15s.
Because I saw recently, we're about to finish, but I saw Charles Piltau. He said that he technically next year he qualifies to play for Tonga,
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. Hard up.
Gutted because I want Charles to
Yeah.
to come back and play for the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Because if you watch his form over in England,
Yeah.
he's the best player over
Yeah.
there. You know,
But how good is that for international rugby though?
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
me
100%.
because Tonga, that bolsters Tonga.
Yeah.
Makes me scared because I don't want Tonga to beat Samoa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like
but
they did at the World Cup,
I hope other
want
Pacific
Tonga to be-
Islanders
yeah,
follow
That's
suit.
right. Follow suit. of
I
course.
think international rugby's messed up. Anyway, I think what's happened is that you have a World Cup, you have a Rugby World Cup every 4 years. You don't even get to see the best players in that
Nah.
competition.
4 years is a long time, man.
That's right.
But because of contracts and guys that play for clubs, they
Yeah.
can't play for their own country or another country.
Yeah.
That's the second tier ones, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're out of the competition.
That's
You
unfair.
won't see them play.
Yeah.
Nah.
So people like Charles Pitzel,
That's
who's
right.
one of the best fullbacks in the world,
Yeah.
you'll never get to
missed
see
out.
him play
Yeah.
in
The highest
the
competition.
highest competition.
Yeah.
And same with heaps of other players too.
That's right. Nah. see,
Whereas
that's-
rugby league, you get to see them
Yeah.
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 in that
yeah.
competition all the
Yeah.
time. Like
Yeah.
they'll never let anyone.
Nah.
Oh, no, sorry, you can't be in because you signed
Yeah.
this. Like,
Yeah.
No.
That's
They-
right.
You're all playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you want to, Phil Gould, he said recently, or he said this week, like, if he was in charge of the ARL or whoever, his focus would be a 20 club competition, something along those lines, and his biggest focus would be international league, one of his focuses,
Yeah.
bringing up the standard of, because like you said, 50%, if that
Yeah.
number's correct,
Yeah.
50% of
The NRL,
NRL
was
are
Pacific
Pacific
Island.
Islanders. That means if we filter these guys correctly,
Yeah.
Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, bro,
Bro,
if Australia
absolutely.
or New Zealand aren't going to poach them,
Yeah.
we're going to have a mean
Bro.
competition.
Yeah.
And Tonga's already shown that.
Yeah.
You know, they've
100%.
they beat Australia.
Yeah.
They've beaten us, the Kiwis, and if we can get the right guys going back to Samoa, bro,
Bro, and
Samoa becomes a powerhouse.
What stuffed that up is the money, right? Because when you're younger, right, like obviously your parents are like, no, don't worry about Samoa, go play for the All Blacks or go play for, the Kiwis, blah, blah, blah. Because the money is good, and that's all. You never think about that as a kid, growing up. But, you're kind of influenced by other people, your parents and that, go where the money is, follow the money. And so when you do get to that stage and about the game, about the money and blah, blah, but your heart is where your country is, But then they make it hard, not to, jump ship and that. And that's what stuffed it all up. That's what I
the
believe. Yeah, like,
You know-
international footy and like,
and rugby.
yeah.
And saying that, if you talk to guys that played for the All Blacks, they always aspired to be an All Black.
yeah,
And I think that goes with league guys as well.
yeah,
There's some guys that come out, they go, man, I wanted to play some more from when I was young.
yeah,
But if you talk to the majority of of the players that played for the Kiwis,
Yeah.
they always, because you know we're brought up in New Zealand,
Yeah.
so you know the goal.
It's
if
like the
you're,
pinnacle.
Yeah, if you play rugby here, the pinnacle is to play for the All
Yeah.
Blacks because that's your country.
Yeah.
And that's like for the Kiwis as well. Asafo Solomona, he said exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they asked, why don't you play for Samoa? And he said, because I never grew up wanting to play for Samoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I grew up because I wanted, when I
Because
grew
I
up,
grew up
wanted to
here,
be-
my dream was
to be a
yeah,
Kiwi. So, you know, when he came out and said that and he got backlash, I don't know, I never understood that.
Yeah.
Because the man was telling the truth.
Yeah. That's it.
He
Yeah.
was telling, he didn't give the, you know, because he was, man, this is, you should be playing for this and that.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to play for this
Yeah.
team. When I grew up, I had
That's it.
aspirations.
Like, you have to understand.
But those guys, like, in touching upon that, Samoa was always, if you have a field goal to always play for Samoa, go and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you don't make the Kiwis,
Yeah.
then, you know,
Yeah.
Samoa
Yeah,
should be
An option.
an option.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't go, you know how they'll say, like, you can't, remember how during the World Cup you couldn't go from, was it a tier 2 to
Yeah.
tier 1 or level?
Yeah.
Hey, so
That's
you
right.
couldn't play for
Yeah.
Samoa, then go up to the Kiwis.
Yeah.
But you could go from the Kiwis
Yeah.
down to...
Go back down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
that
so I
was
think
trying to
that's what all
strip
those
them
Tongan boys did, eh?
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were, yeah.
And so they went down. But now they can't go back up, eh?
Yeah.
Not
They
that I
can't
don't
play-
think they want to, but
Yeah. But see, isn't that what Tom Lawler's doing then? If you
Yeah.
have aspirations to play for... Because remember, I think that as, like part of the deal is if you're going to play Origin, you have to be...
eligible to play for
for
Kangaroos.
Australia. Yeah. For the Kangaroos, so...
So is it one of the incentives money? Get more money playing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying...
Because it's
yeah,
90K.
that is- Yeah.
90K for selection.
Yeah. That's for the State of Origin.
Yeah, State of
Remember
Origin.
James, you know, they had James Graham and Benji Marshall on
Yeah.
NRL 360, and James Graham said, "Man, the money is good,
Yeah.
but I never wanted to play for the
The
Kangaroos
Oh.
because for New South Wales.
Yeah.
You know, I watched it. I love watching it, and the money would have been awesome, but I never had any aspiration. You know,
Yeah.
going up. I want to play for New South Wales.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever team because. They're trying to refer back to when he was daily prop of the year.
Yeah.
You know, from 2012 to 2014, he was the best
Yeah.
prop in the game. And they said, they asked him, if you were eligible, would you have jumped over?
Yeah.
He said, no. You know, probably, you know, the money would have made me
Yeah.
think about it, but I would, you know, I just
Yeah.
wouldn't feel right because I'm taking
Yeah.
someone's spot and because I'm,
Man, it's
proud.
good that
And-
rugby players think like that.
yeah. And they said, and Benji Marshall said the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, he grew up over in Whakatane.
Yeah.
Aspirations always been, you know,
Yeah.
Stacey
Kiwis.
Jones and all these guys being his heroes in that,
Yeah.
you know. So I guess,
I think he said something on that as well, on like jumping ship and stuff like that. Yeah.
you know, the only ship that he shouldn't have jumped on was the Auckland Blues ship. Because that didn't end up in a championship. Better stop,
That
mate.
ended up as a shipwreck. yeah.
On that note,
Yep.
Thank you, Russo. Man, how long was that?
Yeah, sorry for that last one.